Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that.
That sounds like a pop song.
Take a dive before you dry, y'all. It's the only way to live. You can't be without it, baby. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Try before you sign off. This shit can kill the sick. Free all stars. It's the only way to live. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Pick up, I know to be right on. Yeah. Cause no one really gives. Don't look back, I'll keep your eyes on. Long ago. Doesn't matter what it gon' cost. Never gave a shit. Real soul. Let it take a hit. Hey. Who's getting high on emotion? Look around. People fight all their life for some peace. Yeah. Look around. Fancy cars and the smiles of the ocean. Purple sky, let that night come with peace. Anywhere you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna be. Yeah, yeah. Hold up your sign, though. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on that. They ain't count on it. Show what you gon' do. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. They don't want all that. Take off. Rush at the rush. Take off. Rush at the rush. Rush. Take off. Rush at the rush.
Yeah. Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like to hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the boss. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you can climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluent with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ay. Ball so hard, ay. Raise the bar, ay. Turn into a star, ay. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry dry as a desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping is basic, skipping is classic. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. This not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. Cause it's fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard.
All in the past, 'cause the war isn't over yet. You lost one fight, but it's not the end. So get back up and fight again. Take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. clash of steel spills your blood. A whisper doubt fills your head, but you have to fight again. So take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. With your battle cry. You feel the earth move to the drum of steel boots. Banish the fear inside. You're strong enough that you don't.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. We are here for the AEC Rainbow Six Minor League. We are getting into the second series of the night. I am BluePanda, joined once again by the real SamTom. Sam, we have a match between Monarch Esports and Skyfire. This is going to be an interesting one to watch for sure. Skyfire are pegged as one of the teams to go very, very far in this tournament.
Yep, but Monarch have always been there, looming in the shadows, and have proven themselves to be more than worthy of taking on some of the top teams in this AEC minor league.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Skyfire are a man down at the moment. They have a stand-in. Gemo, their manager, is going to be helping out tonight and taking the place of their fifth man. So it'll be interesting to see just how much, the behind-the-scenes stuff transitions into actual gameplay. But you do see the picks and bams in terms of the maps on the screen right now. It is going to be Consulate. It was picked first by Monarch. They will be attacking on their map to start off with. Second map is going to be Coastline. It is Skyfire's pick, and they will be defending on that side. And we are already loading into Consulate, Sam. We just left here. We are back once again. It's unfortunately the Consulate curse. It'll be interesting to see what Skyfire are going to bring to the table for this one, as they are starting off on the defense.
Yep, and it will also be Skyfire with the first attacking operator ban. And, well, we have seen the Thatcher banned quite often today. Thermite was left open last time we were on Consulate. That was with Mentos versus Plague. But as it is, it will be Skyfire banning a Blackbeard.
Yeah, and, well, this is all going on. I did actually have a chance to talk to some of the boys on Skyfire. Gemo does know how to plug in a mouse and keyboard, so that's hard for him so far. He's also been made aware that he's meant to be shooting at the guys that start outside the building, so at least he does have that down. Yeah, second attacker ban. It will be Monarch's ban for this one as well. It's going to be, it's the Maverick, so Thermite will be available, and, the Thatcher will be available. So those two... Yeah, Thermite Thatcher is really only the best on the bottom bomb site down in basement because, Thatcher can open up that wall. Thermite can help as well. Thatcher does a bit of a better job upstairs as well, can destroy some of those defensive gadgets, but we'll see what happens coming into the defensive bans. Echo is going to be the one taken away by Monarch. What is Skyfire going to deny here? Will it be, something a little less serious out of them? Will it be something a little bit more serious? Who knows?
Yeah, now I think the big ban here is Blackbeard. That will severely hinder any sort of play on those console windows. We saw he was being run by Team Plague last round. We see Valkyrie being banned by Skyfire.
Yeah, Valkyrie's information denial or bans at least anyone, so they cannot use those external cameras, the Black Eyes. And we are getting into round one of this one. Unfortunately, Gamo's main has already been banned out by his team here, as it looks like he's going to be forced onto a bit of an off-roll, as he's looking at hovering Frost here, and Tachanka has been locked in by Archie. We've seen them play it before, Sam, so I wouldn't be surprised if this operator does get locked in here, as we are going to be heading upstairs to console office and meeting room. It is confirmed the sixth pick is coming out for Tracy Minaj, in fact. So they are going to be running a Frost Tachanka, Doc, Mozzie, and Jaeger set up on the second floor. Let's see how Gemo can translate, considering he's not going to be playing the Valkyrie on this top floor as the prep phase is getting underway.
Interesting, to say the least. Tachanka is certainly better than he was back at the start of the game. Now he's got that ballistic shield on top of his turret, but it's we often say that we've seen stranger things, but I think this is pretty high up the list as it goes.
Yeah, no, I saw Stranger Things. It was a great Netflix series. But in terms of the operators, this is not a traditional lineup. This is not a traditional setup by any means. As we see Archie heading down the crest, machine gun in that main window. It's opened up. He's looking for something cheeky, and press room is a great position to hold with this Tachanka. If he can find anyone, they are going to be not only horribly embarrassed, but yeah, no, they've played the safe option. They've spawned in the northeastern corner, and unfortunately, the drone is going to be completely wasted. It's going to be up to Jigsaw with the P10 Roni to try and shut down this aggressive press in by the attackers.
Yeah, the Sophia Skits does get knocked a tiny little bit by that P shooter. That is the P10 Roni, but no kill there for Jigsaw. But he does get the kill onto Skits. I speak a bit too soon there. The Zofia going down straight away, but will be immediately traded out by Crixus. Great shot there, apparently, as Sek is now peeking. He has that ACOG on dock spraying through onto the north window. He's not going to find anybody, however, but does retain his entire house. Archie on the Tachanka has rotated back up to bathroom, and it will be Tracy Minaj holding the yellow stairs for the time being, as we see raindrops does start to push the bottom of yellow stairs. Peeking now will be Sek. Gets the shot off onto Goofed. That's 3v4 now, and he is in a good position. Carney is sort of trapped in the kitchen here. He can retreat into admin, but it will be quite risky with Sek holding the angle that he is there.
And yeah, and we are coming to the second half of the round. The Fuser has been picked up once again. A 4v3 sequence holding that tight angle into admin office. Sees one, goes to the spray, actually swings wide, finds Carney. So double kill for him. The diffuser is there in the hands of Crixus. Triple kill secured. Raindrops will refrag out onto Gemmo. Gemmo did a great job. He survived a good long while, although it is sequence securing the quad in the end. I mean, not bad for your debut round of the AEC Rainbow Six Minor League.
No, as it goes, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, look, he'll be looking to pick up his first win in this tournament and his first frag as well, obviously, as he is going to be playing the mirror this time as we head downstairs to basement. Rook and Doc being hovered there. Probably not going to be the play. Pulse is there for Tracy, though. We've seen Tracy play Pulse a couple of times. Doesn't like to operate with, the FBI agent with his heartbeat sensor and play from below. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tracy holding that hard anchor position. And I've got to wonder what else Skyfire has up their sleeves already. They've picked the Tachanka, they've picked the Frost. There could be some spicy picks coming out later on.
Oh, honestly, with Skyfire, you never know what you are going to get. Slightly more conservative operator picks this time, however, to at least get a couple of rounds on the scoreboard before they truly start to have a bit of fun. But as it is, playing somewhat seriously, Pulse is definitely a bit weaker on this basement site, especially if he's not going to hold on to admin. But as it is, it looks like he might actually go for a little peek at the bottom of yellow stairs. Sek obviously on that dock. He's the, the default operator if you are going for spawn peaks. And on a map like Consulate, where basically, every wall is a window, he will go... He will go for the spawn peak, but gets taken out straight away by Skits.
I mean, they read into that big time. It will be the Doc down now, so they got no stim pistol on the board. Tracy Minaj, look at this cheeky angle being held on yellow stairs, trying to find anyone coming up through. Here's the window being opened over by the southeastern part of the map, and we'll just look for the spray. Not going to find anything, and just delaying things out a wee bit here. Skyfire already up one round. They've got a bit of an advantage, to say the least. I think the big question here is, Sam, Gemmo's first kill, will it actually be on Monarch, or is it going to end up being on someone else on Skyfire? That's my big question.
Well, he does have a nitro cell, which definitely increases the chances of a friendly fire kill. But as it is, he's playing it safe, treating his teammates with some respect.
Playing it safe? He's peeking at the breach in the garage door! I couldn't think of anything more aggressive at this stage. He's looking aggressively onto yellow stairs as well. They know there's people out there. as he does see the swing. He's in a bit of a scary situation, not quite realizing that hole allows the attackers to see where he is pushing down circle stairs. And it will be the spray coming out. Spiral, not going to be in the position though, as Archie will be picked up by Goof. He almost had the angle he needed. Too bad he didn't quite have the line sight set up there. Jigsaw goes to the Nitro Cell play, not going to land it onto anyone. They're looking aggressively out this garage door. This is not a situation you'd expect a team like Skyfire to be in. They have that lobby hatch open. They are looking to destroy the floor as well. Another Nitro Cell did go out there, not quite landing. Tracy did a decent chunk of damage to himself. If what I'm seeing is correct, Spray's coming out as well. They're looking for anything here.
Hey!
Gammo getting his first kill. He's done it, boys. He's on the scoreboard. Skits has been dropped as well. He swings down behind that window. Heartbeat sensor is out. Jigsaw has been fragged. Goof securing himself a double. It's up to Tracy and Gammo here. Gammo could go absolutely massive. Heartbeat sensor is there. No Nitro Cell, unfortunately, for Tracy. He sees the run into yellow stairs. Unfortunately, Gammo not looking in the right position at the right time. Tracy going wide with the swing. Trying to connect onto one of these defenders. The pistol kill on the Gammo. Will be Tracy finding the diffuser. Another bit at the top of spiral stairs. And Monarch will get around back against Skyfire here. Gammo almost went big. Sam, he almost went big.
Almost. Yeah. He was just looking at the... He got a bit caught out, there were caras going off everywhere. That attacking operator ran across the top of yellow. And he wasn't looking the right way. But I think that was a bit of a jokey round. Even though they have the opportunity to go back there, Team Skyfire have instead opted to go up one floor and try to defend the lobby press room once again with a slightly more serious operator loadout. But obviously that Doc and Rook combo, both have ACOGs. And I have a sneaking suspicion that it will be Tracy Menard going for some sort of peak.
Yeah, it does seem as though Gammo has been relegated to the Maestro this time, as we are going to be in the press room. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just stuff him in public bathrooms and then tell him to sit on his cams. As they did lose that last one, they've got the armor coming out, and Gammo is a little bit stuck trying to get his evil eyes down. He's not quite sure what to do. He's been completely stumped by a toilet set. The round's over already. Gammo doesn't know what.
Yeah. That's it. All gone. Now that wall's been reinforced, which is usually where we see sightline at the very least, perhaps even a rotate being opened up, but it's being played safe there, which clearly indicates that at least one of the operators, like more likely the Maestro, like you said, will be sat there anchoring in that position. But for now, it's even Stevens. We see Tracy Minaj again, similar peak, looking for anyone that's spawned by a gas station, which will be no one.
Just looking for any sort of early advantage here. The surprising thing, though, I saw is Gammo reinforced the hatch in public bathrooms, which you usually leave open to try and set up a rotate. Just the pixel there in the head is Jigsaw with the one tap. Takes the head off the skit, and that is the Zofia down, so no concussions, no impacts going to be available. Sequence is upstairs, playing in the meeting room. Does have that SAS shotgun in hand as these two operators upstairs. It's going to be the Doc as well in the hands of Tracy Minaj, who's seen Tracy go big. The double hold in public bathrooms. It's the Jaeger and the Maestro sitting on that first floor. This is an interesting setup. Sequence going wide. He's got the SMG-11 in hand. Finds the kill on the Crixus. Knows there's another one out. There goes the spray. It doesn't land. What is he going to do? He's going to swing wide with the shotgun. He lands the first shot. No, he doesn't. He missed it in the end. He almost gets gone prone. One of these angles, and he gets sprayed out. Raindrops in position to capitalize on the mistakes of the Mute. And they do bring it back. It's 4 versus 3. Sequence rather aggressive in that situation.
Yep, and even though we got the one kill, he just couldn't land those shots with the pump shotty. And, he got killed because of it. So as it is a 3v4 in favor of Team Skyfire. We see the Rook of Jigsaw's now rotated upstairs, looking to get that Nomad and the IQ of Carney, who are now in archives. That pixel peek again. Can he get another one tap onto the head of an attacker? Sees one run across, sees two run across, manages to get his second as that X-Chorus goes off, being peeked now by the Hibana, and it will be Goof getting the return on to Jigsaw, but Monarch is still at an operator deficit as it is. Just Carney and Goof left up against Tracy, Archie, and Gammo. Flashes going off now. and they still haven't cleared out the dock of Tracy Minaj. He's using those bullet holes and manages Carney, but there is still Goofed nearby to get the refrag. Peeking down long haul, instead chooses to play it safe, get his teammate up. Have that extra body on the board now. Time is running low. Peeking down long desk, great shot by second onto Tracy Minaj, gets a third onto Archie as he pushes up Spiral now. And just like that is Gamo now, all by himself, even though Kani is very low health. He's still a body with a gun and able to get that final kill. Maestro cams are still up, however, that's a lot of intel that can't be dealt with on the part of the attacking Monarch side. Dropping Spiral is good, looking to push up as the lasers start looking for ammo. Not able to do anything with his Maestro cams, has to peek out and will get taken down by Kani, peeking round, and it will be good with another one onto Gamma, and a great round by Monarch.
Yeah, quad going into the hands of Goofy, picked up, and unfortunately having so much ammo in the back pocket, couldn't quite clean that one up. He tried his best with the Elder in hand, but unfortunately his teammates had left him in a pretty dire position. So I think there might be a bit of a meeting going on afterwards, where Gemmo is going to have words about the team play and sticking with you boys. You don't leave anyone behind. We will be heading to Consulate office. Gemmo switching things up once again is going to be playing this time a little bit different. Archie has been out. So we are going to be seeing a different setup from them. In response, though, it's the stock standard attacker lineup here for Monarch.
Yep, still a distinct lack of smokes, but with Consulate, it's one of those maps where you can usually get away with fragging out or getting the plant down behind some piece of cover, especially this death. With no pulse being brought on the side of Skyfire and Valkyrie being banned out, it will be all that more difficult as Mozzie is the only one with a nitro cell available to get that pick out below.
Yeah, and they're getting themselves established in this round. The funny thing, you look at the scoreboard, Gemmo has a kill, Archie does not. So the manager already coming up bigger than one of the core players on this Skyfire roster. You could see a sub happening later on in the season, depending on how things go. Action phase is going to be starting up momentarily, and it's going to be the dock upstairs sequence on that operator with the ACOG on the MP5, looking for some cheeky spawn action. Off the bat, goes on the cameras, Jigsaw with the P10 Rody, holding Spiral stairs, looking for something sneaky there as well. Sequence, he's looking for something, he wants it. It didn't quite work out. This has been open next to him, he could go for the swing. He's waiting for the jump in, he goes, swings to the left, not quite landing as the drone is there. They may have scattered him, sees the rope, he finds it, that's Crixus gone. The thermite dropped hard with the diffuser as well. So he's held that position spectacularly. Will rotate out, look for a more favorable position. Goof sitting above Spiral stairs externally, looking through those windows, might be contested here. It was Jigsaw in that position with the P10 Rony before, looking to make something happen. The bomb site is still upstairs though, so they are looking for these angles.
Yep, we see Carney there, 5.52 in hand, through that soft wall for a pick, and Sek peeking, but the timings just don't quite match up with Hibana's. As we see, Jigsaw has got a captured drone in admin office, and Monarch are definitely committing to an east side push, as we also droning out. Monarch taking it a bit slower, looking for those picks. As we see Goofed again repelling on Spyro, does get tagged below half by Sek, but Sek won't be able to land the kill there. Still 90 seconds left in this round. Sek goes for another peek. Once again, just missed Goofed, and it will be Jigsaw holding the top of yellow. As we see now, peeking down long desk is Skits on the Sophia. Gets the shot off onto Gamma. That's the Vigil gone. Another one in the hands of Skits. Sek, MP5 in hand, looking for that peek. Gently pushing up. X-Kairos goes off, but he's looking the wrong way. Gets tagged by Skits once again. More X-Kairos go off, more shot, but they're baited out perfectly by Skits, who, despite his best efforts, Sek does get taken out. Peeking now is Jigsaw. Gets Kani taken down to just above half in the process. 3v3 now. Tracy Minaj and Archie still up alongside Jigsaw, but Jigsaw's the only one in meeting. Tracy Minaj has got the long angle on the top of admin's desk through those bullet holes. X-Kairos is open, and flashbangs now coming in from Good. pushing up, pushing through, might get tagged, but it will be Long Desk. Skits with his third, goofed, another onto Tracy Minaj. He's all by himself, Elder in hand, as Raindrops looks to get the plant down. Archie manages to find one on Skits, but will get another stellar round from Monarch.
Yeah, and they will find themselves up at advantage 3-1 right now, and so Skyfire could at any moment flip the switch, so to speak, and apply the pressure and turn things around. We know they are capable of playing spectacularly well, despite we're missing one of their main roster at the moment. But it will be that same bomb site being committed to. And Archie almost did it. He got himself his first frag, though, so he's doing rather well, as Pulse will be the pickup for him. Ella for Tracy Minaj. And Gemmo is going to be on the castle this time, so another roster swap here in terms of the operators. We're still going to see the old Owen Wilson in the hands of Jigsaw. Mozzie with the P10 Roni roaming around again. Sequence on the Jaeger this time, so not committing to the dot. The 6 pick out. Thermite for the Buck, and Castle for the Legion this time for Gemmo.
Yep, Legion is still an incredibly strong operator, and even more so on this long press room side. Console meeting room. So hold the entirely bike and an ADS just to assist them will completely polish that off. But it's a slightly different setup from Skyfire. They really weren't successful in their hold despite getting a couple of early frags.
Yeah, and they need to do something to deal with Goofs right now. 8-0-1 for this Monarch roster. Has been putting in so much work. Has been putting up a phenomenal effort on the Hibana in the first 4 rounds of this map so far. It is going to be Tracy Minaj playing the Ella downstairs. Has the the Scorpion Evo in hand. He's upstairs in coffee room. But that's the immense amount of firepower and fire rate behind that tiny SMG is astounding. And if you can line it up, you can pick up a couple of quite clean headshots in a row if you need to. It's going to be Archie on the pulse, playing down in server from below, looking to find anyone pushing into the main lobby if they can do it. And it's going to be an upstairs hold for the majority of this Skyfire roster, as the attack is just enveloping the building almost from every conceivable angle.
Yeah, and it seems that Monarch have, despite their success in attacking this top floor site, have realised that an admin push is expected. So instead we see Goof, the top fragger for the attacking side, repel on the bathroom window, but it will be Archie with an early pick onto Crixus. Skits, however, quickly trading out Sec. Tracy Minaj getting the shot onto Skits now. It's a 3v4, but Gamma is less than half health. Raindrops there. We see Nomad repelling on the console windows. He isn't find anybody, however. And Monarch are struggling a bit more this attacking round.
Yeah, it is going to be Monarch pulling back, repositioning, looking to find a more offensive position, I suppose would be the right way to say it. They need to find some sort of egress. It's Archie going for the run out, sees the repel. Raindrops is trying to wait for it, but it will be the double kill secured. Goof, though, in position to refrag. Spectacular read in a 3 versus 2. Gemma is still alive. He's got half health, but Carney and Goof have been picking up some pretty spectacular frags so far. Goof, the man 9-0-1, will be able to secure the diffuser, get himself back in the building. 1 minute 24 left on the clock. Carney upside down repelling. We'll be looking to find the feet of anyone possible, and the prone form of, I believe it is Tracy Minaj on the other side of that wall. Goomine is going to trigger onto Goof. Goof has to pull it out. And I think that audio cue may have been enough to give away his position there. So they know where he's pushing from. Art and Spiral in the western front yard. Repel will be exactly where Carney is. So they have to find something here. As Jigsaw swinging left with the P10 Roni in hand. Could quite easily find the head of the Hibana here. We'll see the gun pointing out. No, he doesn't take the trade. Goof secures himself a double, taking it to a 2 versus 2. It will be the IQ from below as well, trying to scout out anyone that they can possibly find from below. Cairo is going out. Tracy in position does have the Scorpion, will find the frag onto go, taking it into a 2v1. Grismot Mine does land on the Carney, so he is going to be stunned up just a little bit. Gammo hide it, holding this position on the yellow stairs, goes the spray, doesn't land, it gets down. Carney taking that kill. It is all up to Tracy Minaj right now in the yellow. We'll have to look for that kill. The Goo Mine does land. He's holding such a tight angle here in console office. Will look to swing left if he does hear the telltale sounds over the press coming out. Carney hits another Goo Mine, so he's being slowed down. Waiting at the time is Tracy. All he has to do is delay. Could be able to just take this in time alone. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds. And desperately looking for the frag. Isn't going to be able to find it. And Skyfire run down the clock to secure themselves their second round.
Yeah, and I think that was just a bit unlucky by Carney there. You know, when the timer gets that low, you really have to push for the frag. Even if you have the diffuser in hand, it's very risky play to go for the plant. And without any sort of intel on the location of Tracy Minaj, he walked the wrong way, went down long desk. And I think if it'd gone the other way, he'd flipped the coin, landed on heads instead of tails, and gone through into console. He would have been able to get that pick off onto Tracy Minaj, but as it was, I think Skyfire played that right and deserved that win.
Yeah, I mean, Tracy just showing an immense amount of patience right there. Just held the angle tightly, didn't wide peak when he didn't need to, and was able to help them secure that round. It will be the cafeteria garage hold downstairs. Once again, Gamo playing on the mirror this time. Jigsaw going to have the pulse in hand. And actually, no, it was switched out. It was given over to Archie there. So it's a pretty standard setup here. They've got the Cade as well, so they're going to be able to electrify these walls and just put it in a more defensible position. Be interesting to see where the mirrors get set up, though.
Yeah, indeed. Gamo again on the mirror. He managed to pick up a frag last time they were downstairs. I'm not sure what that spot is there. That's incredibly vulnerable from the bottom, but clearly he meant to put it. Let's see the other one. That should be able to help fend off any
pings are going out. They've communicated that it may not be a bit. That's a soft ball. They're waiting for them. But as the run, this could be a bit of a delayed setup. They're telling him what to do. So it's good that the communication is coming out for the boys at Sky, as they are getting themselves in position to defend this basement. And already we see the boys from Monarch droning out aggressively, looking to figure out where these defenders are. They've struggled, especially playing into the likes of Sequence, who is a favourite on those top floors. Looks for the angles, looks for those cheeky roams, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is on the first floor this time. He's looking for something by press room. The drone is there. It gave away. The aggressive push to come into lobby, sprang through the window. Doesn't quite find light. We'll have to just retreat. In fact, head upstairs rather than down. So it's going to be playing from above. And it really will be telling if Monarch do read into this, as it is already that garage door being blown wide open. They had the Thatcher available as it wasn't banned out. Thermite was there for Crixus, so it wasn't a hard threat at all. Foot coming down from Spiral Stairs is going to be Sequence. I think he sees what he goes prone, looking for it. They didn't see him. He sees another, goes to the spray. It doesn't quite finish off Goof, but that is Goof. The primary fragger for Monarch right now dropped incredibly low. So they are going to have a pretty easy time looking to pick up that frag spray coming through the floor. Not going to connect either. Pushing down main stairs. It's going to be Jigsaw playing from below that hatch with the P10 Roni in hand. They know their attack is about. Could look for some cheeky plays off the back of it. It will be the Nitro Cell landing from Jigsaw as he secures the kill onto Carney. That is the IQ. So they are not going to be able to find the Archie at all with the IQ now off the board. Tracy finds the second one onto Skits. 3 versus 5 in favour of Skyfire at the moment. They've been playing this round spectacularly well the last couple, as that pressure onto Yellow Stairs not going to be turning in. There's going to be more explosives used on that garage door as the exothermic charge comes out. Sequence running aggressively, sees the drone, but has backup there as Goof is repelled outside the window. Just keeping his teammate safe. Crixus on the skin of his teeth at the moment. Claymore is down outside that Yellow Stairs door. Trying, it will be used, the final one, to blow this garage wide, giving them every single line of sight possible into this garage. Mirror windows are still there. Drones are used as well. Goof from above on the hatch will spot out Tracy Minaj. Double kill for Goof now, despite being so incredibly low. 3 versus 3. Could go anyone's way at this moment. It will be the wide swing from garage door. Archie will actually pick up the kill onto Goof, though. Doing that with the UMP 45. Just so Jigsaw secures his. Will look for a third. Gets the down. No, he doesn't. Actually, Crix is still alive. Gamo will actually pick himself up another kill, though. As Skyfire secure this round, taking it back to a 3-3 half, Sam.
Yeah, and I honestly thought Gamo would have once that second part of the garage wall had been breached open. But, he picked up that final kill and helped secure the site for his team. So, all things considered, a fantastic round from Skyfire. But it will be the role swap now. Skyfire onto attack and Monarch on defense. They choose their first site. And it will be the upstairs console meeting room, and Carney bringing the Oryx.
No, it's going to be the 6th pick out. You can't pick Oryx yet. It's still banned as part of the tournament so far. You got to wait till next season for that to be available. So we'll be the 6th pick onto the Goyo. is going to be bringing those Vulcan shields. Guillermo relegated to the role of Thatcher. As we are heading up to Consulate office meeting room, though, it could be a little bit less than effective, considering that, you know, you've got the Wemai, you've got the Jaeger as well to deal with those EMPs.
Indeed, you do. And with Kani on that Goyu, he will have those 2 Vulcan shields, which can be quite difficult to deal with. But the Ash of Sek and the Zofia of Trace and Large can obviously blow them up. So it's a double-edged sword, depending on where you place them.
Yeah, and I mean, it can control some of these choke points incredibly well if put in the right position. Will be the reinforcements coming onto the right half of this meeting room wall between obviously meeting room, spiral stairs, and around long desks. So it just makes it in from behind. A lot of defenders like to hold that tight angle on the way to try and stairs there. As well and truly set up there on the second floor, though. Doesn't look like... No, it's going to be a delayed potential rotate, or it could be that 5-man anchor upstairs, which is a different approach to this site that we have seen. Traditionally, you see 1 or 2 operators playing from below the vertical threats, gets looking for something here out the window. Could go for a jump. It's rather aggressive, though, considering how the Skyfire team has been setting up for the external roof. Does pull himself back, decides not to commit to it. There's a large pressure outside meeting room right now.
Yep, 2 of the Skyfire not just by Sek. Fantastic reactions and aim, but it will be Jix Vulcan. I'm not sure exactly how that came about, but it is a kill for Monarch nonetheless. He has relinquished control of Piano proper, but his in connector being contested by Sequence, but it will be Kani with the second beacon with the TCSG, manages to get the shot. Looking for a 3rd outside meeting room window, as it is, will not be able to find it. Skits is still holding in admin office. Peeking out connector window. Kani manages to down Tracy Monarch and finishes with a pistol. That's his 3rd. Fantastic job from the Goy now. Spraying is Skits. Still on the window is Archie, however, playing the hit burner, looking for the peek. He's just looking at the wrong side of the doorway now. There will be Gammo repelling back up, but he repels at the wrong time. Quad kill for Kani. 1v5. Archie all by himself will take out Skits first, so it's not a flawless round for Monarch. Peeking with the marksman rifle still is Kani. Looking for that peek. He's low enough for a 1-shot kill. Now peeking it, will not land the shots. Gets taken down solo and get taken out by Archie. His 2nd for the round. Now still repelling on those admin windows for the last 2 minutes for the most part, and not being contested by the rest of the Monarch team. So instead chooses to repel, and he does have the diffuser in hand and enough time to execute properly. He gets those X-Kairos pallets off, so we can get a viewpoint down into meeting. Looking for those peaks, looking for those picks. No one is going to challenge him, however. Monarch playing it safe. They know they have a man advantage. Peeking down long desk now. Will not find anyone. There's 2 shields set up there as his flashbang gets caught by the ADS peeking. And it will be raindrops taking out Archie.
That was so rough. Kani went absolutely massive. We have had the call for a rehost, though unfortunately Skyfire did that one. So what we will do is we'll get that all sorted. We'll chuck it to a quick break, and then we'll bring you back for round number 8 of this 2nd series of the night. So don't go to it, guys. Be right back.
I don't know what to say. I thought you know me, but you are away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got the issue sorted. We are back in the game. The rehost has been finalized. We did leave off with Monarch taking the last round, going up 4-3 on their defense half. Goofed has been going massive, Sam.
Yes, he got 12 kills in those rounds so far. An absolutely massive performance. And it is showing on the scoreboard. You know, Team Skyfire not able to keep up with this pace of Monarch. And as it is, Monarch certainly do seem to be in control. This time, however, they are choosing to go right back down to the bring a Legion, Kaid, Jaeger, Wamai, and Doc, that Wager combo.
Wager coming out for Skits and Crixus. Gemmo was hovering the Carly. Unfortunately, he sixth picked out onto the Thatcher, which makes me sad. It could have worked with the IQ. All you have to do was ping it out, and you would have been able to destroy those Electro Claws. Goofed will be playing the Doc, though, so we could see some cheeky spawn peaks coming out of him, especially considering how great his fragging prowess has been so far.
Yep, that ACOG is such a valuable defense. You really don't go Doc for any reason but to spawn peak. Like there's no real tactical reason to pick him over someone like Echo or Maestro unless they've been banned out. But as it is, there is no Maestro, which is interesting because he's usually a mainstay of this basement side.
Yeah, it's not going to be available. It's not going to be picked up. It is going to be a different approach here from Monarch as they are getting themselves set up downstairs. It will be a vertical hold once again. It's a hold that is favoured by a lot of teams here, as it will just be Raindrops on the hunt for a bit of droning, and Goofed pulls open that window of the yellow stairway. He goes for the swing to the right, tries to find the spray. Here's the bullets from behind. Will just pull himself back into the building, wearing that clean Navi skin. Looks pretty good on the MP5, but no, he's not able to find anything. We'll just have to back it off, as Skyfire playing rather defensively at this stage. Not willing to lose any early advantage. Just going to play it safe. Going to push himself into the building. And Tracy opens things up. The aggressive play out of the Ash. As much as I just said they were playing safe. Not Tracy Minaj. He's playing this aggressive offensive operator. Will just be blowing things open left. These entry frags. He's already down in the base. Playing from that eastern stairwell. Looking to gain some sort of a foothold. Pushing into service. Swinging right. Looking for anything. Takes out the default cam. Looks spiral, looks left, take out off in storage, waiting for the drones to be coming out, gathering information to figure out where the rest of these defenders are. Goof, though, will frag out onto Archie. That's Thermite. Jigsaw will take down Raindrops. Quick frags coming out from both sides. Breach charge just got seeing the feet is sequence. He almost gets it. Carney stops a huge amount of damage. Will reposition. Goof takes out another frag on the Gemmo. That is the Thatcher down. Goof has gone big in some of these rounds. It will be sequence finishing off Carney in the end with the Zofia and having that M67 76 in hand. It will be the strafe coming out of Tracy. Secures a triple in that round as he takes off the head of Goof and secures the kill on Crixus.
Yeah, very aggressive push there from Skyfire. Right, multiple picks on the part of Monarch. They will be able to bring it back to 4-4 now.
Yeah, this is the side of Skyfire that we're used to seeing. Aggressive plays coming out of Tracy with the backup from the rest of the team, and it did pay off. Tracy going huge in that round with a number of key frags while his teammates are in position to help refrag out where he couldn't find. And it will be back down to the basement once again, but this time Carney will be playing the Pulse, and Crixus will be playing on the Bandit. So a bit of a change-up.
Yeah, we saw that vertical hold. It wasn't quite as effective as it could have been. And Carney was able to, the IQ was able to take control of the top of the site and, take out Carney, who was on the Kaid.
Yeah, he almost didn't get it. He just repositions, chucks down the breaching charge and sprays down from above with the M76 in hand. And they will be getting themselves set up once again. I don't think it's going to be any real deviation, although that shield placement was going to be an interesting one if it was committed there by... They are going to be looking for that vertical hold as well. He's committed that shield on the yellow stairs. That's going to make these lines of sight so incredibly hard to establish. If someone's going to be holding on white band, it could be quite hard to clear out from that attacker, which usually aggresses on the yellow stairs.
Yep, indeed. As we see, those ADSs plot on that bottom yellow stairs to just throw every possible projectile down there. But Skits and Goofed, both roaming as it is, and Goofed going for some sort of spawn peak. Whether or not he's been droned out, however, is a mystery. Looking for that main gate peak, he has been droned out, but he's still contesting it. That's the interesting part. However, the Skyfire attackers will look for the shots. Spraying. Goofed gets taken down solo, but isn't able to secure any sort of kill. But a Nitro Cell from Carly early on onto the IQ of Jigsaw. Fantastic job. I believe that was over in the admin office, perhaps.
That was a massive frag. Sequence goes for the repeat, though, onto Goofed, having just stimmed up, but it's Sequence coming up big into that trade. Oh, Skits from above in Consul will secure the kill onto Gammo. The Thatcher looking to go and establish themselves on that garage door. Can't it yet? He was below. Playing in Archives did actually secure that kill onto Jigsaw with the Nitrous up. Tracy at the bottom of the stairs. No, Skits is up there. All he has to do is push a little bit further. They're going to meet each other, and it is Skits taking that one out, securing himself a double kill. Monarch giving Skyfire a run for their money tonight, Sam.
Yeah, that was the Mexican standoff to match all Mexican standoffs. So it's going to be Sec now. He knows that one's in Spiral, pushing up, looking for the pick onto Skits, and he will secure it. That's his second for Sec now. Archie, without a Thatcher to take out that Electro Claw, those Bandit Boxes, is forced to push in through the double yellow stairs and will promptly get taken out by Raindrops. 3v1 now, and Diffuser's down at the bottom of yellow stairs. Despite breaches going off on the part of Sequence, he will not land any picks from above. He's got a lot of time, but he doesn't have the Diffuser. So for the time being, he looks to open up and get some more picks, gets a nice angle onto Pipes. He's not going to find anyone as he sets down another breach onto the default spot, looking to peek behind White Van. He's not going to find one. The Cardiac Sensor comes out, though. The pings from Carney, they know exactly where the Nomad of Sequence is. Not going to find anyone, however. Crixus, perhaps looking for a roam, isn't going to find one. So they're going to sit by the Archives hallway. Sequence pushing down now, looking for that peek down by Pipes. Gets the headshot off. That's his third now. Crixus goes down, but they know his location. Great angle from Carney being hold. They know exactly where the Nomad is. UMP in hand, looking for that pick. He's going to see the gun barrel, going to see the player, and Carney gets the kill onto Sequence. And another great round from Monarch.
I mean, it was so close there. Sequence was in a position to clean ace it out. He did a huge amount of damage on the Raindrops on the other side of that destructible wall. But it was Carney holding that cheeky position on top of the bench there. Was able to clean it up, hit that clean flick to the left, secure that kill onto Crixus. He went for a triple. He would have had to go for the full ace there in the end. But it is 5-4 in favor of Monarch. We will be heading back upstairs to Consul meeting room. They are going to be standard lineup, all said and done. The IQ, the Hibana, Zofia, Ash, and Buck. It is all up to Tracy Minaj right now. He has got to get some big entry frags, specifically onto Goofed or Skits. Those have been the most impactful players on this Monarch roster so far. We could be seeing ourselves in a position where inconceivably Skyfire go down one map to start things off. But we are in the prep phase, Sam. At this stage, if you are Skyfire attacking the second floor bomb site, what is your go-to play?
Well, I think it's got to be that admin push, hasn't it? I mean, despite all the resources being committed by Monarch, last time, they tried to push and they just got completely annihilated by Carney. But, even though there's those Vulcan shields down by Long Desk, you've got to push fast, you've got to push hard. And I really don't think that Console is contestable without a Blackbeard.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, though, as the castle walls have been set up. They are going to be looking for a bit of an aggressive hold onto the yellow stairs there. The Wemmer in the hands of Crixus. He's played that spot a couple of times using that TCSG plus the SAS shotgun just to open up a bit of a rotate hold to give him some semblance of safety with the reinforcement as a backup so he can retreat into copy room and be a little bit safer. It is the action phase underway. It will be Tracy Minaj looking to get himself in an aggressive position to try and find some early frags. And he is playing from the opposite side of the map. It seems Skits there with the Jaeger has the 416 carbine in hand. Is going to be trying another spawn peak. We saw him get a pretty clean one in the last round. Isn't able to quite find anything in this one. So we'll just retreat back to Tellers. It's Jigsaw aggressively into admin office looking for some Sequence coming up. Spot. Will be looking for something on the backside. No, he's in copy room. He went through the window. No, they just aggressively pushed through admin. Sequence will open things up with on the Carney. Vulcan shield is already down. It's a long desk as well. We'll be able to find the angle going deep with those shots. Not going to be able to secure anything, but we'll find a pretty aggressive position to be able to control that entire side of the floor. From below, it's going to be Skits and Tellers. Once again, that hatch is wide open, so if anyone shows their head, it could be blown clean off. Drones are being used by Skyfire right now. Sequence, though, will be fragged out by Goof. The man is an absolute monster, regardless of what he's playing, regardless of what gun is being used. X-Kairos go deep. From below, it will actually be the spray coming out from Gemmo, I believe it was. No, it's Tracy down the stairs with the Ash, looking to threaten from below. He knows there's someone roaming from the first floor. It is Skits. Goes to swing wide to Spiral. It's Tracy there to clean it up. 4 versus 3 in favour of Skyfire at the moment. 1:24 left in the round. Defensively holding is going to be Monarch. They're not willing to contest too many of these angles. Crixus is going to be holding on the yellow stairs. Looks for the spray. Not going to quite land it in time as Tracy will just skid it past him and look to play from below. Toxic canisters are being dumped in the meeting room by Raindrops. He's holding this long desk angle behind the deployable shield. Spray goes out. It's Jigsaw finding the head. That is going to be their primary fragger down. Will be looking for as much as they can get off the back of it. It's up to Crixus and Raindrops to deny things at the moment. Diffuser is going deep into meeting room. Will be able to get that plant with a pretty clean angle. Trying to hold on that doorway will be Jigsaw with the G8 Archie committing to the defuse. The flash is going deep onto Raindrops. He's completely widescreen right now. Has to pull off and hold Tracy in aggressive position, holding where Raindrops was only moments ago. They have pulled off onto these tight angles. It's going to be Crixus holding the stairs. The swing wide from Tracy's not enough. Raindrops secures that with the SMG 3 versus 2 with 30 seconds left on the diffuser. Raindrops has to go big here. He's only got a sliver of health. Crixus gets dropped. Double kill for Jigsaw. Triple kill for Jigsaw to secure the round for Sky.
Yep, and it all started off with that early pick onto Carney, an aggressive push from the Zofia right up through admin, and Monarch were really caught on the back foot for the most part of that round. Crixus failing to kill that Tracy Minaj of the Ash while she ran across, and then not opting to try and contest and go for a flank, and ended up getting taken out on yellow stairs. Just an overwhelming performance from Skyfire.
Yeah, much more commanding, much more dominant show from them in that round, as it is 5-5. We are 1 round away from either team going on to match point. It will be lobby press room set up here for Monarch, as it is going to be an interesting decision from them. I mean, it's not a site that traditionally goes that well for any defending team, and will very much come down to their setup. The mirror was available, but it is not going to be picked up here. Maestro is going to be the play instead. As Crixus is playing the mute, they're going to be looking to deny as much drone as possible with the Mozzie mute combo coming out. Skits, sorry, was on the Maestro. Goofed back on the castle. So this could be, again, that vertical play from above, holding in Consulate meeting room, and it can be a very, very scary situation to push into if you're Skyfire.
Yeah, now there's no ACOGs being brought on the part of Monarch, and I think that's interesting because, you know, Consulate is a big map. There's a lot of windows, a lot of peaks to be held. So even if you're not going for those spawn peaks, you know, you still, you know, a lot of teams will try to bring that ACOG just to get those pixel peaks. Obviously, you don't really need an ACOG if you hit the screen, as we've seen some of our players do tonight. But either way, it's an interesting choice to really focus. More CQB focused operators.
Yeah, I mean, they have been playing some of these tight angles incredibly well. Specifically, Raindrops has been able to thrive in some of those tight corners with the SMG-11 on hand. This time, though, he's going to be playing Jaeger. Sequence opens things up with a kill on. So the primary fragger for Monarch has been dropped. Castle not going to be able to achieve much. Just going to punch a hole through the wall. Sequence looking for anything else on this first floor down towards Spiral. Finds a second. That is Raindrops. That is the Jaeger gone now. Tracy the basement onto the gets sprayed at by Carney, I do believe it was, on the Mozzie with a P10 road. So cups a little bit of damage. Is going to be holding the angle. It's Sequence on the Zofia through that punch hole. Looking for something. Gemo looking to provide support as well. Holding this angle. Skits finds the frag onto Sequence though, taking it low. Jigsaw will even things up, refragging out immediately. So 4 versus 2 currently. Crixus and Carney have a lot to still pushing up onto the second floor, looking for the defensive operator, but I don't think they know where Crixus is. He's holding in meeting room with the SMG-11, gets thrown down, gets sprayed out by Jigsaw. Double kill for him. Now it is all up to Carney, holding with the P in the press lobby right now. Goes to the spray. Jigsaw secures himself a triple in that round, and it will be Skyfire getting to match point first.
Yep, and I think Skyfire have realized that it's time to stop playing with their food and just eat it, and have really just rushed in fast and relied on their pure gun skill to just, you know, get those picks.
Yeah, and a much more systematic round out of Skyfire. This is the Skyfire we're used to seeing. They play systematically, they drone, they push as a unit, and it did work. We will be heading down to Cafeteria Garage. It is on Skyfire to close this one out. It is on Monarch to take it to overtime. We will see how it goes. But Carney playing on the pulse once again. We have seen him pick up some quite convincing kills with that operator already. Goofed back on the Jaeger. Can he look to be influential now? Because he's struggled very, very hard on that castle.
Yep, he's proven himself to be able to land the shots really as a Hibana player, which is definitely one of the more popular operators for those fraggers. But as it is, on the castle, struggles a bit because let's face it, the UMP is a very, very hard weapon to use effectively, even by the best of players. So as it is, he will leave that role and instead pick up that 4.6 and low.
Yeah, and it will be just the dying rounds of Prep Phase. Carney going to be holding down in servers as well. Down in Archives, looking to play from below. Cheeky peek potentially coming here from Skits. We've seen him do this so many rounds. This time, though, it's not going to work. He's just going to activate his EED, run back, reposition. He's going for it again. The man is committed to try and take out a member of Skyfire before they get into the building. He's holding this angle aggressively, looks for the swing, realizes there's operators outside. He hears the windows being destroyed. He's going to go prone, getting sprayed at through that window. They've realized where he is. Has to retreat, go back down and join up with his team. It is going to be Jigsaw here on the IQ. If he can scout out the Pulse before Pulse can achieve anything, as the heartbeat sensor is out, he knows where they are. If they can scout him out and look to spray him as soon as they get in the building, they can deny that rip. The Nitro Cell goes out. Sequence is dropped. They didn't read the play at all. And I don't know why the IQ wasn't able to scout him out.
Yep, a bit of a missight on the part of Skyfire. Fraggers goes down straight off the bat. Carney has been so effective in placing and taking out those attackers with the Nitro Cell that really, you would expect nothing less from him at this point. As we see now, that's, Sequence has gone down before even, we've reached the halfway point, and that is big. That's a lot of utility on the part of Sophia that's just gone, and a great pick for Carney. We see now Buck in the top floor alongside his counterpart in Jigsaw. They've taken control of the second floor now, taking their time, droning it out, not taking any risks with this. They don't want to take the overtime match point. They just want to win it outright. It's 5-6. They just want the map. Breaches on the kitchen being blocked by Jigsaw. He only doesn't have any left now, so he's going to have to rely on his teammates to open up all of Garage and into kitchen for the rest of it.
Yeah, and it will be Jigsaw using that IQ scanner to try and figure out where these gadgets are set up. And Ash Charge goes out. Tracy Minaj will have to run away, as it does mean a decent chunk of damage goes out onto Goof. He has to pull back there at the last second. X-Car is being used onto the hatch in public bathroom. 1 minute left in the round. It's up to Skyfire now to push aggressively and find themselves a foothold onto this bomb site, or completely wipe out the Monarch roster. Gemo opening up that wall on the far side as well, trying to establish angles. They either have to drop here and find something. Goof finds a frag on a Jigsaw. That is the IQ gone now. 5 versus 3, heavily in favor of Monarch. Gemo will find a frag on a Crixus though. That is going to be the bandit down. No MP7 in hand, which can be a huge gun in some of these tight situations. 34 seconds left in the round. They have to push aggressively. Tracy Minaj on the Ash, going down yellow stairs. Might be able to find the angle. Carney finds a kill on a Gemo. He gets dropped as Archie does frag out onto Carney. Goof finds Tracy Minaj though. It is up to Archie to try and deny this overtime. Goof is low. Archie finding the frag on the Skits. Finds one. He's got two to go. 13 seconds left. Swings to the right. Doesn't quite get it. Monarch have taken it to overtime. And it's raindrops to help his team secure that position.
Yep, that smoke grenade going off, taking down just G11 can finish him off. And all in all, very unlucky, and I think really, they've seen a couple, and they know how he likes to play, where he likes to play, and obviously now with a return to the cafeteria garage because the site's reset in overtime, Carney is again on that pulse, and I would hope that Jigsaw does a bit of a better job.
Yeah, you need to be able to scan him out. You need to be figuring out where he's playing from. That Archives hold is pretty traditional. Playing from below with the Nitro Cell, especially when teams do prefer to push into that main lobby. Tracy Minaj, though, is going to switch out, playing a different operator than the Ash for the first time so far in all their attacking rounds. It will be the Nomad instead. So they're going to try and look to deny that roam coming out of Monarch so far, which has been hugely impactful and hugely debilitating. But Skits is playing the mirror this time, so not going to be committing to that roam, going to be committing to that anchor hold downstairs in security. And this is not something that Skyfire have had to play into yet, and could be their undoing.
No, and last time we saw that you know, they really didn't try to contest that garage wall that much. That is Skyfire not really putting much effort into getting that garage wall open, instead choosing to play the vertical game, choosing to push harder from that eastern side, you know, from admin and spiral. And it didn't work, you know, it's a very hard push to execute. And there's a reason why a lot of teams focus on taking garage over kitchen. It's easier. That's as simple as it is. It's just easier to push up and take that western side, especially with a Thatcher Thermite combo. You know, even though the Maverick's been banned, you still have Thatcher, who's incredibly strong.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of interchangeable. They don't necessarily do the exact same thing, but they sort of facilitate the same function, being able to guarantee openings onto hard breach despite the reinforcements and electrifications that have been set up. It will be Jigsaw destroying as much electronics as he can from above. They've scattered out the pulse. They know where he's playing from. Will be using that breaching charge onto the floor. They know he's very, very deep down in the basement. So just because he is showing up, yeah, he's found the vertical play. They know where he is with the heartbeat sensor is out. So they are scouting each other at the moment. Will be the Nomad running in. They found it. The spray coming up from the pistol. Damage going out into Carney, but it's not quite landing. So very close, and he has retreated below Teller. So we'll be able to escape for the moment. Could have been catastrophic for Monarch or Skyfire if either teams lost their IQ or their pulse. So it does mean they have the health advantage right now. Just continuously scanning out for these electronics is going to be Jigsaw Sequence. Has the angle up onto that edge in lobby as well. He'll be spraying through to open up the desk. Look, so many times. He's the head. Not quite going to be able to connect there as he was disrupted by the Nitro Cell from below. Just slow things down. Mira holding that tight angle. Nitro Cell being thrown towards the hatch. Oh, it does land. Crixus takes out Tracy Minaj. She refrags onto him immediately. So it is going to be still a 4v4. Carney has less health than he would have liked. Goof looking for the aggressive peek. Outside of Garage Door. Sequence finds a kill on the Raindrop. 3 versus 4. And Goof is incredibly low. Definitely Skyfire's round to win right now. He finds the frag on the Gammo, swings left, looks for another, but he will be fragged out by Archie. 3 versus 2. Skits and Carney have a minute left to defend here. Sequence and Jigsaw in these aggressive positions, playing to try and find the angles. The heartbeat sensor is still there, though. Carney looking for anything at this stage. If he can even it up, it puts them in a position where they can contest. He's sitting on top of pipes here, holding that cheeky angle. It is going to be Jigsaw there. If he can use his scanner and figure out where Pulse is, they're pushing aggressively towards that main garage door. It will be Sequence and Archie there. They spraying towards him. They know where he is. You see the head of Archie sticking out. They're not quite able to frag it out. Skits takes a bit of damage. It will be the plant being committed by Archie. Skits finds Sequence, taking it to a 2v2. Jigsaw going for the spray towards the mirror window. Archie has to pull off the diffuser. It will be the cheeky push by Carney. He gets found out by Jigsaw. They can't take the kill. So the diffuser is being committed here. Skits pushing aggressively onto White Van. Looks for the angle, but Jigsaw is there to try and recontest. Running outside will be Archie. He gets away. Skits has a lot of work to do as the IQ scanner is coming out, just sitting on the bomb. Holding that angle upstairs will be Archie. Looks for the spray, finds the head, and Skyfire take the round advantage, going up 7-6.
Yep, and that was a fantastic round from them. However, and a real solid effort from Monarch, only losing it out in those last couple of dying moments. But can we just note the big brain plays of the IQ there? She was so effective with that scanner, knocking down the pulse quite low. And then if Archie on the Thermite were to get taken out at the end and the counter diffuse was to start, she would have been able to see that through the floor and take it out easy as pie. So really fantastic job there from Skyfire. And, you know, it just proves that gun skill goes hand in hand with that game sense and game knowledge.
Yeah, and it is going to be Skyfire's first defense round of overtime as well. We're going to be heading upstairs to Consulate office. We're not going to see the Wager combo this time. It's just Wemai. Oh, no, it is Wager, as Gammo will be playing the latter half of that combo. So they've got the Wemai Jaeger. They're going to be looking to deny the utility if possible. They've got the Mozzie as well in hand as the Smoke and the Legion. So they're going to look to delay. That is going to be their approach to this bomb site. Will it be enough, though, Sam? It's 6-7. This is far closer than we anticipated it would be at this stage.
Yeah, and I think Skyfire have just got to play it tight. We've talked about it time and time again, but that timer, that clock running down, is the 6th defensive operator. You know, the attackers are forced to push and contest the defensive team, and the defenders can win without firing a single shot and just sitting back and allowing the attackers to come towards them. So hopefully Skyfire can realize that and, you know, not go for those silly peaks and contest those long angles where the attackers, they have those high-powered ARs, they have those ACOGs in abundance, in stark contrast to the defenders, so you'd hope that they'd play a bit safer.
Yeah, and I mean, at the moment we are in the 14th round. Considering how things are going, Gemmo is playing spectacularly well on his debut outing for the AEC Rainbow Six Minor League. He definitely has a future in professional Rainbow Six. He's definitely gelling with the team incredibly well, especially considering he only installed the game yesterday. So a pretty spectacular performance all said and done.
Yes, indeed. It's always hard. And nonetheless, in a adding into a team roster that's the top team in this league, he's really, really done a fantastic job. But it will be Crixus on the Thatcher instead of his opposite counterpart, Gammo, who's instead on the Jaeger. That magnet there does catch the EMP, as the second magnet also catches the other EMP, both sort of doing their jobs in a way, but, with the game mechanics and the way that the magnets function, those EMPs were kind of wasted in a very roundabout way. Now, Smoke has got that shield in that corner, and that will be a very strong position for him to hold in, as it just allows so much flexibility in that meeting room objective. Peeking through the hatch now, but it will be Jigsaw. P10 Roni headshot onto Carney. That's the IQ down. A lot of intel, possibly some breaches or a Claymore also gone. Big kill there for Jigsaw. He's proven himself to master that P10 Roni on Mozzie. Gammo's still holding in that closet, got a nice proof camp set up down the long hallway, and is using it to great use. Jigsaw perhaps looking for a jump out there. He's going to play it safe, however. He's got the timer on his side. Only a minute left now, and Monarch are struggling to really push effectively and take out any of these Skyfire members. It will be Goofed, however, in admin office, peeking up, looking for the pick of Archie on the wall mine. They know exactly where it is. Archie drops down, peeking around with that org in hand. He knows that there's an enemy in admin. Peeking up to the top of admin stairs, however, is Goofed. Peeked around, does lose the gunfight to Archie, though. Massive shot there. Massive pick, massive frag from Archie. That is a great job. Their top frag is gone down. Skits gets taken out, downed by the Smoke, I believe, but it will be Jigsaw with the accidental team kill. I can only assume with the sequence. Archie gets his second onto Crixus, however. Skits has raised himself up, but will also get taken out by Jigsaw. It's all alone. Raindrops by himself in a 1v4 to try and win out this match for his team. Air jabs coming out. Gower does get knocked and eventually taken out, but with less than 10 seconds left on the clock, and he doesn't have the diffuser. Archie will take out Raindrops and the map for Sky.
Yeah, it's a real unfortunate situation when your Jaeger gets body tagged with an air jab and then can't get away in time. So a bit rough for Gammo, a little bit demoralizing maybe, but it will be Skyfire taking it in overtime, 8-6 on Monarch's map, which is a pretty solid pickup, especially considering that we're heading to Coastline next, which is going to be Skyfire's pick. We've seen them play on it before. We've seen some rather aggressive strategies coming out for them as well. We got to see a triple run out for them on their defense as well. So obviously they've stratted it, they've practiced it. It'll be interesting to see what they're bringing this time, considering how close this game is.
Yep, indeed. So we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us.
Hello and welcome back, guys. We are here for the second game of the series between Monarch versus Skyfire for the AEC Rainbow Six Minor League. I am BluePanda, joined once again by the real SamTom. Sam, that was a far closer match than we anticipated.
Yes, indeed. 8-6 in favor of Skyfire. Monarch taking it right to the wire, but not able to pull it out. They, credit where credit is due. They pulled it right to overtime, but just couldn't win that final attacking round. So it will be the first ban on the part of Skyfire and Blackbeard straight off. That is the operator that they banned last time as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we've seen it banned a couple of times against Monarch, so obviously someone on the team does play a decent amount of it. Otherwise, it's just maybe a bit of a disrespect ban, but it's going to be the Ash coming out. Monarch paying huge respect to Tracy Minaj.
Yep, Ash is one of those entry frag. It's really hard to stop, even if you do have those ops like Clash and Legion that physically slow operators down. She doesn't stop zooming around the map. Yeah,
it will be the Valkyrie ban coming out here as secondary for Monarch. Pretty standard on an map like Coastline, because there are so many different positions, you can put those black eyes in Gammo. He's having a rough time tonight, man. He stepped up. The CEO of Skyfire said, you know what, I'll take one for the lads. I'll jump in and help you win this series against Monarch. And he's had his main banned out once again. Echo will be the final ban there from Skyfire. Not wanting to have to deal with those yokai drones. It's going to be Monarch on attack to start things off. Skyfire on defense. We saw a triple run out from the boys, Sam. Will we see it again?
Oh, you could only hope so. And it will be the Hooker Billiards defense first up. Pretty standard once again, but Sek, he's gone the dock. You would certainly hope, that would indicate rather, that he is looking for some sort of spawn peak.
I mean, look at this roster. Oh, my lord. Jigsaw was hovering the alibi. He's going to stick to it as well. Goyo for Tracy Minaj. No, he's going to switch it out again. So it will be the Jaeger. So just switching out at the last second. Legion in the hands of Archie. Cade in the hands of Gammo. Thatcher, though, is going to be switched out from the IQ for Raindrops. Not really an operator that you see a heck of a lot on a map like Coastline, because there's no real external wall that you need to hard breach that can be electrified.
Well, there's always that VIP wall penthouse, but that is, really like at the bottom of the list in terms of sites to be played by the defensive team, because it's very prone to attackers just winning. Put simply, the attackers tend to win penthouse more often than the defenders do. So they'll usually stick to billiards and the downstairs objectives if possible. And with the way that the site rotation works, that's usually achievable. But it will be sequence going for this peak. It's a peak, it's a run out, it's a wiggle out if he's prone. But either way, he's going for it. Can't quite fit through the barricade, however.
He's looking to make the aggressive play. He looks for the run. He finds the head of Cardi off the bat with the run out from Aquarium Balcony. Will just reinforce that door back in style. And it was good to see, just getting into the initial prep phase that the old Skyfire are respecting the rules of lockdown. They said, stay safe and wash your hands, boys. So make sure you're looking after yourselves at home while we all deal with this global pandemic. It's a good practice to have, as we see Sequence looking for another one, but it is Goofed winning that trade in the end with the right hands of the Hibana. He's just been a spectacular fragger so far. And you've got to wonder, maybe some of the teams that are watching while this is all going on could be looking for maybe a bit of a scout going into next season. He's been pretty spectacular so far. And if he's picked up by the right team, could go quite the distance, as that wall will be opened up into Pink Bar. It is going to mean that it's going to be a much harder hold with the defense if there was someone holding it tight. Puka is being threatened now, as well as Tracy will just retreat back downstairs. Going to be playing from below in blue. We could see another run out coming from him if he does decide to go the distance. This could be a scary play, as it will be the Thatcher dropping down that main doorway. They realize that maybe someone is here. Raindrops Tracy goes to this run into Sauna. He is swinging. He's looking for it. Full entrance is there. He sees the drone. We'll take it out and just back. So almost coming out quite cleanly, but we'll just decide that is not the play. Jigsaw is going to be playing in main lobby as well. So they are looking for all these angles. It's going to be Skits, not quite deciding where he wants to be aiming, as the hookah window will be open. Oh, sorry, no, it's the billiards window that is open up, as the wall between billiards and hookah has been destroyed. Archie, though, will find the frag on his Skits. That's so fair. From the window, it will be Goof securing himself a double, taking out Archie as well. Returning it back to a 3 versus 3. EMP's being dropped deep into hookah site right now, as there are multiple puts. Vegas Nitro Cell going deep. Gammo gets himself his first kill of the map onto Raindrops. What a throw. He's secured that and taken it back down to a 3v2. The CEO of Skyfire has the arm and picks himself up that kill. And it does mean that they have the advantage at the moment. It will be the flame arrows being dumped behind the bar and Aquarium as well to try and zone out any defenders holding that tight position. And Monarch have found the bomb. It's not that unclear as to where it was going to be anyway. Sprays going deep into hookah as well. Jigsaw just holding that off angle now in the southern hallway, looking for that egress onto Aquarium as soon as an attacker does push in aggressively. They are almost touching at the moment. If they were to push, it will be Crixus walking straight into the line of sight of Jigsaw. He's holding that angle. He knows he's there. He goes. He gets the kill as well. Head taken off the Capital, as it will be all up to Goof to try and find something. But Tracy Minaj completely denies it. Skyfire taking round 1 in style.
Yeah, and it all started off with Sequence getting that kill off Carney. That's your Nomad down. That's all that roam denial and flank denial. dead in water. Plus, an operator that can go in, frag out, and do operator things. That's all that gone straight off the bat. And really, if Skyfire are getting those picks and Monarch aren't expecting, those picks, then I think that's really on the head of Monarch, literally. As we see Gamo running the Tachonka and Sek again on the dock, it's shaping up to be interesting.
Yeah, Jigsaw does have the 6th pick. We'll be switching out to the Jaeger. Skits switching out from IQ onto the Buck, but Lord Tachanka being picked here by the CEO of Skyfire. He got that clean Nitro Cell kill in the last round on Raindrops. The man is looking to stamp his mark on Rainbow Six here in the AEC Rainbow Six Minor League. It is going to be the final game for Group D as well before we do head into main stage. So why not go big? Why not make some reels for the highlights? As it will be that room being set up. Archie heading upstairs. It is a kitchen holder as well. So if they can set that big machine gun up in the right position, it could just mow down these attacking operators of Monarch.
Yep, it is definitely the best part of Siege set there on that.
Oh my lord, look at that setup. He's in Sunrise. He's looking to abuse Raindrop again, as it will be Sequence doing the good guy setup, opening that window for him. Tracy Minaj is there as well. They're going for the run-out play here. No, unfortunately for Gamo, there's no spawn over in that southwestern side. Tracy Minaj as well, not fighting anything, but the ambition of this Skyfire roster. As Skits will open things up, that's Jigsaw down. Unfortunately, their ambition is all for naught, as the impacts will be used to try and open up that shield on this eastern entrance. Service entrance push here coming out of Monarch. They're looking to aggressively get in and try and stamp their place in this bottom floor. Sprays coming out left, right, and center. Goose look for something. Explosions are coming out all around the map. It almost worked. It was a good setup, but they do lose one in the end. It is going to be Sequence pushing aggressively, finds one, looks for two. He gets the down onto Carney. So effectively a double kill there for him, because it's going to be a hard push for them to get in position to be able to pick him up. There's Gamo threatening service entrance here with that Russian machine gun. The 9x19 in hand. Will not take any damage, so they may have secured the advantage they need, and they will pick up Carney here. So taking it back to a 4 versus 4. And this has been a hectic map so far, Sam, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down at all.
No, it doesn't. We see those punch holes there in the Sequence. He's not going to find him. That chooses to push by the window. Does Tag will not manage to get the kill. It will be Tracy Minaj, however, getting goofed. That is another top fragger gone. Nitro Cell comes out from... And he gets the second Tracy Minaj through that hole into bathroom. A fantastic shot. And it is Carney in a 1v... no, he's got Skits by his side. But Carney is very low. Tracy Minaj picking up, looking for that shot with the Vector. Is not going to find him. Skits with his second onto Archie. That's the Legion down now. Monarch is still at a deficit in terms of operators, health, and utility. But still, there is the opportunity to play this out. Steps on the Legion mine, however. Tracy Minaj gets taken out by Skits. That's his third so far. Sequence looking to push up with the dock, however. He stimmed himself back up to full health. Still has one in the pocket, but as it is, he's just going to sit there at 90, hold the angle into theater as the floor gets opened up by Buck. You can get some valuable sight lines with that skeleton key in bedroom. Carney, slow health, spraying through by 90, isn't going to land any of his shots, however. Just a pre-fire. Sek peeking up through bedroom now will finish off Skits. That's his second for the round, and Carney has to contest this. It's a long angle, definitely has the upper hand in terms of firepower, but Sek isn't peeking it at the moment. He actually turns back to the melee hole and gets taken out by Carney. Great shot there, 1v1 now, but coming up on 10 seconds, it's him versus Gamo, the Tachanka versus the Bope Brazilian Capital. Pushing up through bathroom, knows where he is. Spraying now, spraying Cardi with the headshot onto Gamo, and a great comeback from Monarch.
So unfortunate there, Gamo unfortunately just sort of pushed himself into such a rough position to be able to contest there, and does get taken out by the headshot through the side of the bomb. Well, we might not taking that round, but bringing it back to a 1 versus 1. Unfortunately, Sequence gave himself away, opening up those holes in the wall, and was just absolutely destroyed by Carney, despite having the health advantage, as we are going to be staying on kitchen, actually. So they've committed to this bomb site. Jigsaw was hovering the Caveira there, but decides not to. Smoke is going to be the pickup from Gamo here. A little bit more defensive in terms of operators. Tracy went absolutely massive, got unbelievably destroyed by the sound cues, and it will be the 6th pick onto the Caveira, potentially switching off it again. Will Jigsaw commit? That is the question. Is he going to go for the sneaky Brazilian plays? And it looks like it is going to be the situation here. Skyfire mixing things up.
Yep, indeed. As we see Gano this time, a bit more chunker, and being the most inexperienced member of the Skyfire roster, he was a bit unlucky to be caught out all by himself against an experienced player like Kani. And, you know, when you have the intel of the location of an operator, it's, you know, really hard to try and fight back against that, especially a pre-fight. But it will look like both the Legion of Archie and the Goyu of Tracy Minaj will hold on to this bedroom and theatre side, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be that vertical hold from above, which we do see a lot of teams playing into. That Hall of Fame hold could be a little bit rough to push into. That's where Tracy died last time. He thought he heard something, got turned around by Carney, and it was the support from Skits that was able to clean him up. Oh, a cheeky peek here from Sequence with the ACOG. Might be able to find the head of any from Monarch. Just going to pull off that main lobby desk and just back away from that situation. It could have been the big play to open up this round. It decides that it is not what they want to commit to. And unfortunately, Gemmo's stuck with the FMG9 and the SMG11 with no sides. Sequence with the white screen. It's up to Gemmo now to help support his teammates. Goes to the left. Is just going to prone his way out of the situation. Crixus opens up onto Gemmo, takes the headshot there. Sequence in a position to refrag, but no, it's not going to be the case, unfortunately. As the CEO of Skyfire will be dropped. The knee shields are just going to be obliterated. Sequence caught out by the concussion as well, trying desperately to hold the service entrance push out of the Monarch side. It is going to be slowed down a little bit as they will head upstairs and try and threaten from above, which has been their style of play up until now. Caveira is up there, so is the Goyo of Tracy Minaj. And Skits holding this tight angle in Cantina as well. Might be able to find someone who is pressing in from the wrong angle. The spray coming out. He swings back just at the last second. Will not be picked up there. It's goofed from above, though. Heading straight into Master Bedroom with the Zofia. Could be playing from above. With those impacts, can open up the floor if he needs to. We see Minaj in hallway on the second floor as well. In position to contest this. He's going to run back away from home theater. Goomine does connect. It will mean that Goof has to slow things down, pull it out, and reposition. It's Jigsaw. He's playing in VIP. He could swing in from behind. No, he's just going to retreat, reposition himself, goes the long way around. Might be able to pick something up here as he's heading towards home theater. Just holding in tight behind this vase. Is going to wait until he has his gadget available. Those silent steps. Going to swing back towards VIP. Looks for the spray. Sees the window getting open. Goes to the left. Does just escape in the nick of time. He's playing the sneaky sneak game. Waiting to try and catch someone from behind. He may have that position now, but the Jackal is available. Skits is going to be open at the floor with the skeleton key. I'm going to be looking to try and commit. Sixes finds one of the Tracy Minaj. That's a go down. Not going to be able to find. Just Skits catches a huge amount of damage off the back. Crixus with the Jackal is going to make things incredibly hard for the likes of Jigsaw and Sequence. Sequence sees that the floor is being used to open up the wall. Finds the kill on the Goof, though. That's their primary fragger down. They are just delaying this time now, as it will be Crixus dropped off the back of that. Could be looking for more as Archie's in position. Jigsaw gets the melee kill, gets the interrogate as well. They know where they are. This is perfect for the Skyfire team. Sequence goes to run out, looks to contest the Nomad. Just going to pull back 25 seconds left on the clock. Archie's playing to the floor, trying to open it up and get an angle onto this attacking side. Jigsaw up by luggage, looking for that long roam through towards Aqua. And Billiards could be looking for the play. Firebolt does go down from Carney. Gets still above with the shotgun opening up the floor. Will be cleaned up by Sequence. Archie finds another. Jigsaw cleans it up on the Carney. Skyfire playing the long round and coming up with the win.
Yeah, big plays there from Jigsaw. He got 2 kills, including that final one that you just saw. But it was that interrogation that really swung the round in the favor of Skyfire. It's such a powerful asset. High risk, high reward, you know. You have to get up close and personal and on top of that attacking operator. But if you can pull it off, boy oh boy, you get so much intel on what is the exact position of the opposition force that it's the free kills. It's free real estate. And Jigsaw clearly happy with his performance last time. Will go the Caveira again.
Now we are going to be heading back to Hookah Lounge and Billiards Room. Gammo playing on the Miro this time can be quite effective if positioned in the right sequence. Playing the dock, we are potentially going to. No, it's going to be the committed roster here. No 6 picks, no nothing. It's the Caveira coming out once again for Jigsaw. Tracy Minaj going to be playing On the Mozzie this time, the question is, yeah, he's gone for the Commando 9 as well, looking for those long, aggressive angles. Will be a pretty standard lineup though on the attacking side. Crixus back on the Jackal. Skips though will switch out the the Zofia was what he was playing before. He's now going to be playing the Sledge, and the Zofia now going to the hands of Goof. So a pretty aggressive lineup, but a pretty roam heavy lineup as well in the defense.
Yeah, with only 2 anchors, what would traditionally be considered anchors, but Seg obviously, he's been playing Doc. He hasn't stopped playing Doc in these past 3 rounds, and he will continue in his 4th. He's been going for the spawn peaks with limited effectiveness in spawn peaks themselves, but he has been landing those all-important frags. See that he's got 5 kills and will be peeking out of one of those sunrise windows. Some very, very cheeky little spots. Definitely some ones to use at home, ladies and gents in the audience. Looking for that peek onto ruins. He's not going to get anybody and instead gets taken down to about 75 health.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson after Raindrops was absolutely smoked from that angle as he ran out of Aquarium Balcony. Guillermo going to be holding in on the site, just playing that anchor old Jigsaw. Once again, he's holding in the theater, just this absolute roam monster that we've seen him play so far. Could be looking to make some sort of threat as he moves to Trophy Hall there as well. Hall of Fame over by the bathroom. Guillermo just going prone and behind Hookah. Looks towards that window. This could be a rough spin tightly behind the bar to not be fragged out here as the fire arrow does get dropped into Billion. Looking to extend that threat there as Tracy Minaj has copped a huge amount of damage on the backside of that. It's going to be the Commando 9 hold in the main lobby as well. What can you do at the moment? The first minute has burnt through, and Skyfire still haven't been able to find that opening frag that they were looking for. It is Raindrops opening things up onto Guillermo. Goof follows up quickly with a frag onto Archie. 5 versus 3. They're threatening now onto Aqua. They have complete control over this side of the map. It's going to be entirely on Skyfire to retake. Little do they know, Jigsaw is sitting behind luggage right there. Could be able to come in for the flank. They also have pressure coming from Tracy Minaj as well from the opposite side of the building. Does go silent. Has Louison in hand. Might be able to find any number of frags from this position. It would be the wide swing from Goof. He gets fragged out. It's a teammate! Raindrops misreads that situation. Carney, though, will find sequence. Jigsaw refragging out to the Crixus immediately. We'll be able to get that from the courtyard veranda, I suppose. As the diffuser is now going down in the hands of Carney. Jigsaw and Tracy Minaj don't have a heck of a lot of health to work with in the situation. Commando 9 in hand as the frag was thrown there by the Sledge. It will be Jigsaw roaming up. Cool Vibe says, gets the angle. Will be able to take down Skips with the follow-up from Tracy Minaj. Looking for the angle. There's 2 attackers on this side. Pulls out the SMG. Sees the head of one. Not quite able to connect. Raindrops gets dropped. Jigsaw finds Carney. That's double kill for him. There's only one left. They're looking for the spray. Will Tracy be able to reposition here? Goes to the run outside. It's all up to Raindrops now on the Thatcher. They have control of the site. It will be the run out here from Jigsaw. It might have to be detected, might have to commit, will have backup in close in hand. 13 seconds left on the clock. Jigsaw has to go for the run out now. The rappel coming out. Does he look left? No, he gets traded out. It will be Jigsaw securing the triple. And now the diffuser's coming up for Tracy Minaj. It's Skyfire go massive in the 4th round.
Oh my gosh. And Raindrops, that team kill, if that team kill hadn't occurred, that was probably in the hands of Team Monarch there. But obviously, it did occur. And that was, an easy kill for Skyfire. That's a man advantage for them and, allowed them to win that round, albeit down to the skin of their teeth. If that Mozzie had hopped on the diffuser a second later, might have lost that.
He had 2 seconds and 42 milliseconds as well. So he had a bit of time to work with, almost 3 seconds left on the clock when he did defuse. But we are going to be heading downstairs. It is going to be Blue Bar Sunrise. Gammo now relegated to the pole. Tracy switching out from the Kate to the Jaeger. Jigsaw holding on to the Brazilian demon of Caveira with the Luison in hand. He's gone absolutely stellar in the last couple of rounds. He got that clutch interrogate the round before last. He got a triple kill to round things out and helped secure the defuse in the last one. And it's going to be that open hold in blue.
Tracy Minaj bringing the MX-70, I think. The biggest shot. You've got the 416 as Jaeger, which is, let's be honest, it's the best gun on defense. And whatever gender Tracy Minaj is, we don't judge here at AEC. Whatever it is, the MX-70 is being brought, which is an interesting choice. It's a fun shotgun. Yeah, I don't know really what to say.
I mean, maybe it indicates a bit of an anchor hold here from the Jaeger. Could be looking to just hold hard on site with that shotgun sequence again, going for the spawn peaks, looking out hookah lounge window towards the pool. Not going to be able to find much as the attacking operators were to his left. So unfortunately, not going to be able to secure that spawn. Guillermo holding tight in on Sunrise there as well. Is going to be holding defensively, has the backup from Archie on the smoke as well. They are going to be looking for this hard hold in on the site. Skit's going to be droning out from service entrance, trying to figure out if there was someone operating their sequences there. The drone is going to land, so he will just have to back it off. Might look for the swing. Almost catches the head of Skits, just plugs him in the shoulder. Almost winning that trade there. He will just back off. No, he backed off in the kitchen. Now he's recommitting. The drone is there, so he will scout that one up. Might be able to take this frag fight here, as they are holding opposite sides on the same doorway. Goes to the spray, finds it, sequence with the long distance shots of the MP5, takes down the sledge. Jigsaw going wide, will find one, gets the interrogate. No, he doesn't commit, he doesn't know if he's safe. Will just drop Goof, but that is Goof, the primary fragger for this roster. That is the Sophia gone as well, so no impacts. It's all up to Crixus, Raindrops, and Carney in the sequence. Will just looking to threaten onto main lobby there as the door is being opened up by Carney. Carney cops a bit of damage. Will just back it off, and I mean Skyfire just switching it up now on their backpack.
Yeah, it is very, very interesting sequence popping off absolutely on that dog. He hasn't stopped playing him, and it's been so effective. But now it will be an obvious push from the Jackal of Crixus and the diffuser holder, that being Carney, I believe. And it will be Crixus, PDW 9-shot onto sequence. Big kill there for the dock, and now a sightline into the Sunrise Bar, spraying, looking for the pick onto another. Will not land it, however. Spraying still, he's got a 50 drum mag, and he's not afraid to use it. The Kavera, however, TV Jigsaw pre-firing the spot, but will not find in Carney, instead holding that angle. Crixus taking a tiny bit of damage off Archie, that SMG-11, getting a couple of hit points, but not able to get the kill. But it will be Raindrops finding Tracy Minaj. That is the Jaeger down now. Jigsaw is still flanking, however, still looking to contest. SMG-11 shots from Archie coming out. That's a long angle to be holding with such a volatile weapon, is the way I'll put it. It's a volatile weapon.
Oh, I don't think
land
Jigsaw
it.
saw the Claymore. The lasers right there in front of it as the poison gas grenades are being dumped out onto that window, trying to slow the push into Blue Bar, but they've got the diffuser in deep. Jigsaw, I believe, did scout it out. He's going to go for the drop into hatch, but gets sprayed out immediately by Raindrops. Double kill for him. Was able to scout out that Claymore in the end. Almost took him down, but Archie goes to run it outside. Is going to delay time here. 6 seconds left. It's Gemmo. He has the nitro cell in hand. Goes for the toss. Is it going to land? No. He gets shot out of the air. What a spray. Goes to the peak to the right. No. He just overshoots it. Triple kill for Raindrops. Looking for his quad here. And he will run in. Has the pistol in hand, but it's Carney denying that away. As Monarch do draw it back, taking it down to 3-2.
Yep, and another great round there. Jigsaw, even though he got that pick onto Goof, just wasn't able to capitalize. He pre-fired that spot by security, but that wasn't where Carney was sitting. He was sitting back in office, and in the end, Jigsaw just got taken out. But as it is round 6, the final round of this first half. It's 3-2 in favor of Skyfire, but Monarch are closing them down and have proven themselves to be worthy adversaries so far.
Yeah, I mean, Skyfire had a bit of room to work with. In fact, they've got an entire map, so they can still lose this and bring it out on Cafe. They probably don't want to. They probably want to shut this out nice and quickly, but Monarch have to draw this back if they want to take it to a map 3. We are going to be heading back to Kitchen. It will be Jigsaw once again on the Kavira, but it's Tracy Minaj just playing the Maestro. That's a different approach.
Yeah, it's definitely a switch up in operators. Tracy Minaj usually favoring the more mobile operators, definitely being a bit more aggressive. But sequence, geez, you've got to show some sort of respect towards the opponents. It's if not kindness, then courtesy. But sequence, he's rocking the MP5. And he's just going for peaks left, right, and center, which is the exact definition of disrespect in Rainbow Six Siege. But it doesn't matter because the sequence doesn't care. He's just taking off the heads of the attackers where possible. Is that a pre-placed nitro at the top of the doorway? It is. Copper Strats for the win.
Hey, look, if someone gets caught out by that, that's going to be hugely demoralizing and could lead to furtherment of Skyfire's lead. Not necessarily in terms of rounds 1, but in terms of morale for sure. As it will be Sequence holding on service entrance behind that reinforced wall. Once again, they do have the Evil Eyes there. It's going to be Gemmo operating that for his teammates, trying to provide that information for when someone peeks, because as soon as that happens, Sequence is going to swing left and probably clean out that fight because he's won so many of these situations. Carney pushing aggressively into pool room. If he can get in there, get in, establish some sort of advantage from Sunrise and come in from behind, this could completely pinch on the defenders and shut down any sort of defense they have, as it is 4-man anchored in and around this kitchen bomb site. The window is being opened up there. Gammo has the heartbeat sensor out. He probably will be switching out to the cams. Nomad coming in to VIP from above. Sets up the air jabs. It's Jigsaw once again on that long roam, and the drones are desperately trying to find him right now. They need to figure out where he is because he has come in clutch so many times for his teammates. Crixus is above, up in master bedroom. It is Gammo from below, has the heartbeat sensor out. They've got to find it. Pushing from Aquarium is going to be Jigsaw. He's looking to try and he sees the sledge. Oh no, it couldn't come in with a worse time as Carney finds Sequence. Jigsaw gets dropped by, and it will put them at a 2-man disadvantage. There's Archie now in main lobby on with the T5 SMG in hand. Sees that the hatch is open. They might be able to make some play off the back of that. Tracy Minaj does have the older as well, though. A lot of firepower and a lot of bullets in his hands could quite easily mop up some of these kills. Gammo is there in support as well, trying to provide information with the heartbeat sensor. 1:20 left in the round. And it's going pretty rough for Skyfire at the moment, Sam.
Indeed, it is. That poor Cavera was being... But it will be Tracy Minaj with Beast of an Elder finding the shot. He will take a bit of damage as the door above him is opened up, but will escape with his life. Goofed now, top fragger on the part of King Monarch, looking to contest on kitchen door. He has to deal with Tracy Minaj, though. Definitely another opponent. Picking across terrace, though, is looking for the pick. Will not find him. Will be Archie, however, getting the kill onto Skits, and he has still got control. The floor is being, and the shot will be found onto Gammo by Raindrops. That's the second one for him now. Tracy Minaj is pushed up close, holding that angle, looking for the pick. Archie spraying with the T5 SMG down the main lobby, is being hunted down by Goof, and doesn't take any chances. Rotates back around to Blue Bar. There's less than 20 seconds now, however. Crix is pushing up, takes out Tracy Minaj, and site control is in the hands of Monarch. Goof looks for the diffuser now. Crix is holding the kitchen door near where Archie is holding. Archie peeks, is looking the wrong way, and Crixus will win it for Monarch.
Yeah, draws it now, 3-3 going into the second half. It was a bit rough there. Tracy Minaj had a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, Gemmo, having thrown out that C4 at the start of the round, going for that pre-setup, what did mean he didn't have it in hand for when there were 2 attackers pressuring in from above. So if it had that, maybe it could have swung the other way. Bit unfortunate, but is the way it's to go sometimes. Crixus was able to do absolute work in there. You see Archie at the end of the round. He decided to slow peek and look the wrong way and got mopped up. But it is going to be the first round of attack for Skyfire. It's going to be Gammo playing the Lion this time. The information provider for his team. Skits is going to 6th pick out the mirror onto the Mozzie. It is a hookah billiards start for them. I mean, we've seen some cheeky shenanigans for them so far. Tracy Minaj is playing that Jackal as well. They're respecting the roam play at the moment.
Yes, indeed. And Lion is an interesting pick. He's a lot weaker. He's, a shadow of his former self. That one that we all came to love. But as it is, he can still do work with his E1D. And still some off guard. And I think with a team like Skyfire, where they just have so much aggression, so much speed, and obviously with the Ash being banned, we do see Tracy Minaj on the Jackal instead. But still, you can push up hard and fast. And on a map like Coastline, with a lot of different sightlines, I think Lion could actually be somewhat viable.
Yeah, and it is going to be Monarch getting themselves set up as Skits will be looking for a cheeky spawn peek with the Commando. Lift is well in position to look for it. They're trying to return exactly what Sequence was dishing out. You got to wonder if someone's going to... Yeah, there is a spawn over there as well. I don't know who it is sitting in the corner, but they're in for a rough time. No, they did just wait long enough. They pulled out. They're repositioning now, spreading out on the second floor. Just delaying a little bit, but it is going to be Tracy Minaj with the scan. Has identified the Jaeger in the hands of Raindrops. Does... Oh, my lord, he lost the team fight. How did he lose that? I don't know how you lose that spray battle. I mean, yeah, it's probably the fact that he's using almost an inferior SMG, I suppose is the right word for it. But surely, with that much information and knowing that he was in the area, you should have won that sequence. Finds one, though, taking the head clean off of Carney, so brings it back level. His Raindrops did catch a decent amount of punishment there. The prone form of a defender on this cool vibe stairs yeah, the drone scan comes out, gets the down onto Raindrops. Jigsaw will clean that one up. The IQ now in the hands of this monster. We've seen him play it before. The Nitro Cell going deep does get cleaned up by Sequence. He finds Brownus, gets as well. So double kill now for the Zofia. 1 minute 52 left in the round. They find themselves in a two-man advantage. It's going to be Jigsaw pushing now into Blue Bar. The Legion holding deep in Hookah Bar right now. Crixus with the SMG-11. These bullet holes so tiny. Hookah Lounge might be able to be abused on. But they are going to be cleaning out that drone. Moves behind the reinforced wall. Sequence has this spectacular angle from VIP. They can look to abuse it. They can look to find the frag and give them the momentum they need to get onto the bomb site. It's such a rough angle to try and have to play it around. It's going to be Goof holding aggressively onto Cool Vibe stairs. Will be the E1D coming out, trying to reveal them, gives the attackers the momentum they need to pressure in. Goof will be dropped by Archie. Leaves it all up to Crixus, sees the leg. It's going to be Sequence taking that one out, securing himself a triple in the first round of the second half.
Yep, and another dominant attack from Skyfire. We didn't see as much use as the E1D, but Sequence with the shots off, especially that one he got onto Carney. I'm not sure what that wall was doing open with a big old hole in it. But either way, Sequence was able to capitalize on it and really prove his prowess. And Sweet Gammo again on the line. Interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could switch him out onto the Finker if you did want to, just provide that extra survivability for his teammates here. But we are going to be heading downstairs to kitchen service entrance. As Skits will be six-picking off the dock onto the Jaeger, not willing to try and commit to the shenanigans that we saw coming out of Sequence, the absolute bully who was continuously looking for spawn peaks. They're going to get themselves out. The Goyo pickup as well is going to be quite key in holding service entrance. But it's going to be the ERC for Goof here. We've seen him play that heavy aggressive roam style. We'll see if he can translate that into more rounds in favour of Monarch right now. But, I mean, they've been dealing with it rather well, especially considering Tracy Minaj has been committed to playing the Jack.
Yeah, and that Jackal is incredibly strong on a map like Coastline. Because there are only two staircases, anybody that travels up or down will be able to be scanned by his Inox headgear and their position properly revealed. Even we saw Jigsaw on the Caveira was tagged by the Jackal and it eventually led to her demise. But either way, it will be a kitchen service entrance defense. As it is, it looks to be somewhat of an anger hold, even though they don't have any three arms per se. And Goof, the only proper wide roamer he's playing, says Hall of Fame, perhaps catching anybody that rappels up onto the balcony as it is. He's all by himself, not much support, and he gets, I think, just shot by chance. I'm not sure exactly how he lost that damage. But either way, he lost it. Spraying through the window now will not any of his shots onto whoever that was he was contesting, and promptly will start to get droned out by multiple drones on the part of Skyfire. Obviously, he's visual. He's designed to deal with those drones, but his general position can be given away by his cloak. It will be Skits, however, by Luggage, looking to catch any of the attackers off guard as he starts his rotate now through Aquarium, looking for that pick. First, E1D Blast comes out, forcing everyone to stand still now, and Sequence knows exactly what Skits is and starts to push up through Billiards. Red pings coming out, looking to contest it. He's just holding his angles now, spray through the wall. Skits gets downed and taken out by Sequence as that second E1D Blast comes out. Only one left now, and that is one of the primary roamers of Monarch completely gone. Still 1 minute 30 left. That's halfway into the round now. Vigil's still roaming down by security. They've completely given up control of the top floor as it is, and Tracy Minaj is going to town on that floor with that pocket shotgun of his, alongside his friend Sequence has those impacts, and lots of little nooks and crannies being rooted out by Skyfire now. Still 60 seconds. Jigsaw is in the connector between security and office. Goofed holding a tight angle by that bookcase. It's another Mexican standoff. We've seen a fair few tonight, and this one looks to be continuing. Both operators just refusing to move as the IQ of Jigsaw is joined by Archie now. Still holding those angles. They don't have the diffuser. Goofed realizing that he's perhaps just not getting much out of just stood there, chooses to push back into office. The final E1D blast goes off. Goof still holding these angles, looks the wrong way at the wrong time and gets taken out by Jigsaw. 3v5 now. Carney, Crixus and Raindrops all by themselves up against the might of Skyfire. Coming up on 20 seconds though, it will be Skyfire that has to push up into the site. Raindrops is still in bathroom. Crixus still by service entrance. They're holding onto the eastern side quite well, but it looks like the contest will be over by the west side for the most part. Sprays from Crixus coming out, manages to down Tracy Menard. That's a good kill there. Crixus finishing off Tracy Menard as Jigsaw manages to find Carney. Crixus pushing out, gets Jigsaw, manages to down someone though. Archie taking out Crixus 1v finds Raindrops all by himself. He's boxed in there, but there are Hibana holes available. Peeks with the shotgun, manages to down and take out Archie. 1v1 now, that's his second for Raindrops. Has the peak sex only at half health, but the diffuser is down. Peeking with the SMG-11, swinging wide. There are drones on the part of Skyfire. Looking for that peek into Sunrise Bar. It's a long angle. Chooses to push up, however. Raindrops peeking, will get taken out by Sek. And a fantastic job from Skyfire.
Yeah, it was a pretty hectic round, all said and done, and it looked like potentially Monarch were going to take it. But in the dying moments of the round, Skyfire got in, got the defuser down, and it was left all up to Raindrops. He got the frag onto Archie with that big slug shotgun, but it was Sequence going massive for his team once again that helped secure that round for them, pushing them up a 2-round lead now, 5-3. Gamo seems to have found his stride right now, Sam. The Lion is coming in big for him.
Indeed it is. It's definitely hindering the efforts of those aromas, that being Goofed and Skits. And I was honestly surprised Skits got called out so early in the round. He seemed like he had an advantage there. But obviously he didn't. He was taken out quite early. As we have a look at the leaderboard, it is Jigsaw and Sequence leading the way for Skyfire, 10 and 11 kills respectively. And at the top of the leaderboard would be Raindrops, interestingly enough. And not Goofed, who was the lead fragger by far on Consulate.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason Goof did so well is because he plays excessively well in their own position. Consulate did something you can do so very, very much. On a map like Coastline, though, you only have 2 real points of egress between the sites. It's either, the southeastern stairs or the northwestern stairs. So it's a pretty far travel to go to get to either position. And if the attackers do a good enough job of cutting that off, you're completely nullified. So it does mean his style of play is a little bit harder to pull off. But he does commit to it once again, going for that roam. He's going to be sitting himself in blue bar, opening up the rotate into Sunrise with that impact grenade. The castles are there down on the first floor as well, as it is going to be a kitchen hold out for this Monarch side. And it's going to be the IQ and the Jackal spawning over this side. Tracy and Jigsaw, if they can scout out the ERC right now, this could be hugely detrimental. Yeah, he's activated. I think they know where he is, looking for that tight angle through the hole in that barricade. It is open up completely. The drones are there. They're going to know exactly where he is. If they can get him out, yeah, exactly what happened. Jigsaw with the pistol takes his head off, looking for a further spray on Nakani, who is there. Tracy Minaj swinging wide with the PDW. Gemo does get downed, though. Off the back of that, it will be those eyes activated. Oh, Sequence gets dropped by Raindrops as well, bringing it back into favor of Monarch even. Pushing in aggressively into Courtyard will be Tracy, looking for anything at this stage. It will activate his gadget once again. Has found footsteps. It will, in fact, be the castle of Carney. Will he just spray through the wall if he goes for it? He does. He commits. Oh, he's got it. He takes down the castle, which means that they are back even. Gemo did get picked up, so the EE1D will be used again. Default camera's cleared out by Tracy, but Skits is there waiting for it. So it will mean that it is back even once again. 1 minute 46 left in the round. Trixus is just holding this service entrance with that Vector in hand. Explosions from above will be opening up the floor. He's got a back off. Jigsaw is there. Bridge into Courtyard as well. I'm not sure if they've quite realized where the bomb site is, but Archie has an angle now into toilets. holding that white staircase will be Jigsaw. They've slowed things down just a little bit. They need to regroup. They need to aggressively get in position so they can get the defuser down. But there's two defenders holding anchor in on the site. It's going to be the Smoky Raindrops and the Goyo of Crixus. They are repositioning to try and push through service entrance. Gets his drop down in a courtyard. They may not even have realized if he can get in behind them, this round is completely nullified. Everything that Skyfire have achieved up until this point will have been completely wasted. He's holding there, biding his time. 1 minute left. Sitting in main lobby is going to be Crixus. He's rotated out, looking for a more advantageous position. Skits still holding courtroom. The spray coming out. He looks ready, finds Jigsaw. That's rough. A double kill going over to Skits and the man advantage as well. Archie, though, will refrag him out immediately. Archie and Gammo is so incredibly low. Realistically, the EE1D will come out, so it means it's all up to Archie. Archie finds Crixus, meaning that he can take this as the toxic canisters do go deep. They have 34 seconds left in the round. Gammo repositioning now in the main lobby. Will throw out the flashes there. Raindrops is in a rough spot. He can't see a thing. Archie has the diffuser, just committing more utility as the EED1D comes out. Means they get the free defuse down, swings to the left, almost catching the head there as the toxic canister does go deep, and Raindrops will secure the kill onto Archie. It means the defuse is not down. Gammo has to find this frag. 12 seconds left in the round. Hibana holes now in the wall. He looks for it. All Raindrops has to do is hold. It will be the push. 7 seconds left. Has the diffuser. No, he's committed to it. He's going to look for the frag. Goes for the pre-fire. 2 seconds left. Swings to the left. He gets taken out. Monarch delaying out. Raindrops securing it with the shotgun. Wow.
I think wow is the exact perfect way to describe that, Panda. I mean, Raindrops coming in so clutch, and Gammo unfortunately just not able to secure it. In that sort of situation, you really do have to push for that frag. It's too risky to go for the plant. And as it was, Gammo left it a bit too late. And, you know, with the SMG-11 in the hands of Raindrops, it is such a beast. It's basically a minigun, an anti-aircraft turret, you know, in close range. It's just shreds through anything you point and click at. And what Raindrops pointed and clicking at was the body of Gammo, and really quite effective in his efforts there. We see Crixus speaking from Warden to Mozzie. I'm a bit upset that he didn't bring Warden. He's always a bit of fun.
I think they were probably trying to read into the Ying pick, but that is not going to be the case. It's going to stick to their lineup that has been working for them time and time again. Round 10, 5-4 in Skyfire's favour. They are 1 round away from match point. It is going to be the upstairs bomb site of hookah and billiards once again for Monarch here. If they can defend this, they bring it back even 5-5. They've got the castle there setting up into Aquarium, which is going to make that push that little bit that push a little bit harder for the side of Skyfire here. But I mean, Gammo has been playing reasonably well as a utility role with the EE1D. But I mean, in saying that, you look at the other side, Raindrops, 12, 3, and 6 right now. The man is just an absolute unit and has been undeterrable in his anchor position on the bomb sites.
Indeed, he has. And with his role as that sort of smoke player, it's very, very, very easy for him to just sit back, hold those angles and wait until the last moment. And I think that play that we saw from him last round, that smoke canister onto Hibana in the dying second round, that is why smoke is so often brought, because he comes in clutch in those situations. Any other operator, bar Goyi perhaps, would not have been able to pull that off as he did. And he is just so effective with those canisters. It's clear why he's bringing smoke so often. But it will be Crixus in theatre, looking for that pick with the Commando 9 sequences already started to put him, and as he's being droned in, the red pings are coming out into Crixus, who chooses to fall back rather than risk his life for it. Peeking through the drone hole will be sequenced, but Tracy Minaj with the opening pick onto Skits. That's a Jaeger down straight off, and there is now a gunfight going on between Sequence and Crixus. Crixus constantly being pinged by this drone. One shot lands, and more to follow. Sequence taking out Crixus 3v5 very quickly. You know, there's still more than a minute left, way more than a minute left, and it's really quite poor on the part of Monarch that they're losing this many operators so early. We see that shield that was peeking down 90 gets taken out, goofed. Instead, it chooses to pull back into billiards as that wall in VIP gets opened by those ex-Kairos. It will be Tracy Minaj contesting on that Aquarium balcony. Inox on the head of Jackal. It will be Sequence finding Kani as Tracy Minaj. Raindrops Goofed in a 1v5, gets taken down, finds Sequence, finds Archie as well, peeking wide. There will be Jigsaw from the other angle, however, finding the shot onto Goofed.
Yeah, he came up from cool upstairs, got the angle quite cleanly there, as the E1D did mean that it was a hard push for Goof to try and stay in their position. And as a result, Skyfire managed to push themselves to match point here on Coastline, which is their map pick. They took map 1 on Consulate, which was Monarch, so they are 1 round away from securing this series and pushing themselves to top seed in their group going into playoffs as well. It is going to be a blue bar sunrise hold here for Monarch. Their last-ditch effort to try and deny this map away from Skyfire at the moment. They've stuck with their roster. Skyfire are sticking with what works, whereas it's going to be a bit slight switch up here for Monarch. They've picked up the mirror here for Skits, the Goyo for Crixus. Goofed is back on that Jaeger. And Raindrops, the anchor for this team, the one thing that has been steady in this map so far. I say that as Skits has left, so we may have a quick rehost depending on how things go. Yeah, there we go. We've had the call. So what we'll do is, unfortunately, this is quite a late one, but what we'll do is we'll chuck it to a quick break, and then we'll bring it back once we get back into round 11.
Attackers have located a bomb.
There are many things pulling me down. If I fall, I will never stay on the ground. Just remember where to go. Keep on going with the flow. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Without the dark, there would be no light. Appreciate the bright days before it goes sideways. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Without the dark, there would be no light. Sometimes you feel alone. There's no place that feels like home. Keep on running round in circles. Trip on every hurdle. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Without the dark, there would be no light. Appreciate the bright days before it goes sideways. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. You will be alright. We'll go through the darkest night. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Without the dark, there would be no light.
Besides the way you might take your time, it's fine. I play through. Stay on yours on mine. Besides the way you.
Maybe I'll let you slide, but I got time today. By your side when you ain't have a place to lay. All my life I feel like I don't know you. I do what I feel like every day. If I jump on it, that shit's away. For a rainy day, it's tucked away. All them excuses I let you make. I can tell, first handshake, you're not gang. I can tell by your waist, you're not raised. I can tell by your face, you're afraid. She still got money, man. These months, I might have to move without you. Nowhere close to what I amount to. I might call my phone, I might sound crude. Only involved when it's about you. I do what I feel like every day. If I jump on it, that shit's away.
Hello and welcome back. We've got the re-host sorted. We are back heading into Coastline between Team Skyfire and Team Monarch for the AEC Rainbow Six Minor League final series of the night. Match point and series point in favour of Skyfire. Unfortunately, we had to play from Monarch DC at the last second. His internet dropped out, which I'm not that surprised considering, Australian internet is functioning purely through the use of kangaroos running on treadmills. So it does happen. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of an error in the scoring, so we're going to have to start to the quick re-host. We did get the scores around the wrong way, so we'll just sort that out. We'll be right back. Don't worry, it happens. It's late for everyone here. We'll be back in a moment.
In the field, realized I could make it. Sacrificed all my time towards greatness. Been alone in the dark, isolated. And my dreaming isn't real, what separates me. I never know, it's coming my way, yeah. Cold out of stone, stay out of my lane, yeah. Leave me alone, this is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire. Taking it home, I'm stepping it up to another level. Time moving faster than ever before. They don't really know about honesty, but they don't really grow. Honestly, I cannot be stuck constantly. Consciously is a part of me. I'll never know what's coming my way. Yeah, cold out of stone, stay out of my lane. Yeah, leave me alone. This is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire. Never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love?
are back. We got things sorted. It's a bit late here for some of us. I know Snook is also in New Zealand as well, so it's 1:15 in the morning. So we've been here for a good long while casting some Rainbow Six. We are in the final round, potentially match point, a series point as well for Skyfire. 6-4 up at the moment. Sam, we're potentially almost done.
Yeah, it's just one more round for Skyfire to win, and all things considered, it's entirely possible. Gamo, he's been relegated to the Monty, who surprisingly is an operator that takes a bit of finesse. But I should really learn to hold my tongue until the 6 picks have happened, because of course he switches back to the Lion.
Haha, debated. He will be switching back onto that line, which he has been playing for the majority of his attacking rounds on this map so far. It has worked incredibly well for the team, giving all that information, or at least locking down defensive operators while the EE1D is active, because if you move, it gives you away. And at that point, chances are you've got Sequence or Jigsaw or Tracy or Archie just spraying at you through a wall. And 9 times out of 10, you're dead. But we are going to be heading down to Blue Sunrise for potentially the final round of this series. Skips on the mirror, Crixus on the Goyo, Raindrops back on his smoke. Before we did have the rehost, the guy was sitting up around 14 frags, so he's gone absolutely massive in the series. If there's anyone that's going to bring it back for Monarch, it is going to be him.
Indeed. As we see, a pretty standard setup. Monarch, realizing that they will have to defend above to defend below, and a very similar mirror setup coming on to try and contest the office push, as well as the push down that hallway. It's pretty standard, and nothing cool about it.
Yeah, and it will be that phase getting underway. The deployable shields being set up here in and around Blue and Sunrise. Just trying to gather some sort of first force so they can defend and potentially take this to a 6-5. It's going to be Gamo heading straight up to the top floor. Goofed, though, will find the kill on a Sequence after he was chased aggressively by that Sophia through Hookah. And maybe a bit of impatience off the back of the rehost, but Skyfire early on losing the soft breach and concussions as well. Carney copped a bit of damage on the back of it, so at least he is sitting a little bit low. Trace will be pressuring in from that control position as well. Gamo probably going to be going hard with the EE1D soon. X-Cars have been dropped an aquarium onto that castle barricade, and that reinforced one. But his Jigsaw will take the frag out onto Carney, so taking it back to a 4 versus 4 currently. Archie will find the frag on a Crixus 4 versus 3. That is the Goyo now gone. Archie copped a bit of damage off the back of it, but he is still alive. That hold at the top of Cool Vibes will be Jigsaw, trying to see if he can bait out any sort of aggressive push from defenders. Breach charge does go down. It will be Goof pushing up Cool Vibes stairs, holding that angle. Unfortunately for him, it will be the IQ running back upstairs. The drone was killed, so they have some idea where he was. Skits with the Nitro Cell from below. Will take out Jigsaw in the end, taking it back to a 3 versus 3. They have to find something here. Tracy Minaj with the PDW. Looking to pressure in from kitchen. X-Car is going onto the hatch from above. They're trying to pressure in vertically. They have opened up the floor. Archie sees the head of Skits there. Will take down the mirror, who was trying to hold tight in that angle. Pressuring in from security wound will be Tracy Minaj. Goofed will refrag out on the Gamo though. Double kill for him. Taking it back to a 2v2. Raindrops and Goofed are very, very healthy at the moment. Tracy Minaj gets dropped by Goofed, who's now currently sitting on the triple kill. Archie has to find 2. He's got to do it. There's a minute left in the round. Camera's being destroyed. He is at Cool Vibes. Could be the rotate in coming from Goof. Looking to swing. It will be Raindrops, though, securing it, taking it to a 6-5. As Skyfire not quite able to close it out. We're going to round number 12.
Yep, and that also brings it to 6-5 in terms of the scoreline. So might once again be able to push this into overtime and really, really get on the heels of Skyfire here. And they are on defense, which on Coastline is not necessarily a guarantee of some sort of advantage. But as it is, they will be defending the kitchen service and foregoing the Wager combo in favor of a castle. Kani has proven himself to play a selection of operators.
Yeah, and he has proved himself quite a competent castle as well in some of these situations. Tracy Minaj is sitting on the glass right now. Are they going to commit to this? It's looking like it. I think this is the first Glaz we've had in the tournament for season 3 so far, if I remember correctly, because I haven't cast a single Glaz match. It's not something we see a lot of, but I suppose it could work quite well on that service entrance hold of Tracy Minaj, who is quite a capable fragger, despite what the score says now because of that Ray host, especially with the help of Gemma on the line, could find a couple of key frags.
Yes, he does have that thermal scope, and in conjunction with smoke grenades in his inventory, it's a strategy that's worked in the past. Geez, God, has it worked in the past? That was the whole reason why you designed and implemented Warden, because because the Glaz smoke plant was such a strong strategy. It's very hard to contest on the part of defense, but I think the way Monarch looks to be countering it is just setting up a Vulcan shield right on that surface and taking out Archie very early in the round. That's the Hibanagon, that's the hard breach, and a good kill for Monarch, and definitely setting themselves up to perform quite well in this round. But Tracy Minaj on the Glaz will not be contesting the service entrance door as it is, and instead looking to push through the bedroom and peek from upstairs. Now that site, the Russian holographic site, is fairly ugly as things go. There's definitely better options, but that's just personal preference, I suppose. Peeking through the hatch, however, onto that courtyard will be Tracy Minaj, looking for those picks. Will not find anybody. Skits on the cams. He might be in a position to move up main stairs and try to contest the Glaz of Tracy Minaj. It will be Sequence, however, getting the shot off onto Carney. 4v4 now. That is the castle down. And a good kill there. Nitro cells going off. That will be Goofed, finding Tracy Minaj. That is the Glaz down. Those smokes completely lost as that first E1D is also popped off. Gallo's still holding that peak on service entrance door as the entire floor above bathrooms is breached open. Peeking through the rafters will be Sequence, manages to down Crixus. Skits, however, finds Jigsaw. E1D also comes off once again. Those flashbangs getting caught, and it will be Goofed, peeking, finding Gammo. Crixus will be rezzed by his teammate, and it will be Sequence all by himself in a 1v4 situation. Peeking through the rafters, he's got a lot of time left on the clock. Diffuser in hand, there are options available, but as it is, he's just using those vertical slats to try and get those picks. It will be Skits in the main lobby, looking for the pick onto his opposition. Will not find anybody, though. That's a nice pixel peek. He's holding Sequence, returning back upstairs to try and contest, try and root out those defenders hiding in the little spots. He's not going to find anybody as of yet, wasting a lot of valuable time as it is, and not getting any sort of reward. Looking for the pick now. He's taking his time. Jeez, he's wasting a lot of it, but instead chooses to run out. We'll get the shot off onto Crixus as the low health Goyu goes for that kill. Vulcan gets detonated in service entrance door. That will slow him down, force him to go somewhere else. Main door does get shot open. Peeking Sequence gets his third. That Skit's gone down now. Chooses not to go for that castle barricade. Coming up on 5 seconds. There's not enough time. Pre-firing that door. They're not expecting him to come from the backside. Sequence is inside, but there's not enough time. Doesn't go for the plant. Can't go for the frags. And it will be overtime.
Alright, it is overtime. 6-6 now between Monarch and Skyfire. Sam, we are in a position to be gay in 2 rounds.
No.
Time, guys. It is late.
Please God, no.
I want to commit to a third map here. Realistically, no real significant change is going to be made of whoever wins this. Both teams are making it through to the main stage. Really, it just comes off the momentum of having that win. But in overtime, it's going to be the Monarch defense to start things off. Goose is sitting on the pulse. Will look to trigger. It's going to be onto the Bandit, which we saw him get that opening frag with before. And Tracy Minaj switching out from the buck onto the sledge. I think they may have read into this kitchen bomb site. And as a result, they're going to look to abuse that vertical threat. Unfortunately, Sequence wasn't able to do anything on that Soul Zofia in the last round. Hopefully his teammates will be able to close this one out. They've got to take 2. They've got to take 2, Sam. Just 2 rounds. And then I can go to bed.
Yeah. It's It's not a tall order, honestly. Skyfire, the Monarch pushed it into overtime and Consulate, and Skyfire said, no, we've had enough. We are taking this for ourselves. But it will be Kani, interestingly, running the N1014 shotgun in lieu of the UMP45, the preferred pick, even though it is a weaker SMG. The shotgun is arguably even weaker. But either way, he's chosen to run it by choice or otherwise. We see that deployable shield going down near the bomb, and it is electrified. That will make it quite difficult for any Ash charges if they're on the map. Skit's going for a run out, looking for an early peek, but Skyfire are taking no chances at all.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, when the alternative is having to stay up for another hour or so to play another map, I think they just want to go to bed and play it safe. They want to play it smart, as they are just free-firing the living hell out of everything, trying to find the head. It will be Skits holding in blue bar, has to back himself off, doesn't catch any shots there, rotating into Sunrise, is going to open up a hole in the wall, might be able to find someone in on the response, sees the drone, opts not to kill it, he's still holding that angle, will see one, but gets fragged out by Jigsaw, with the G8 in hand, taking down the Jaeger. So that is a man advantage in favour of Skyfire right now. Breach charge going out onto the wall there, trying to look to open it up. They have the pressure now into Sunrise. They've got control over the southern side, as it will be the utility. Thrown towards that deployable shield. Tracy Minaj throws the frag. The shield is now gone. Jigsaw opening up bullet holes from that angle as well with the G8. Just going to back himself off. X-Kyros are going in. They're looking for these angles. They have pressure in onto kitchen door from this blue bar there. The drone's coming out now. They're trying to play it slow. They're trying to play it smart. They want to finish this off cleanly so that we can all go to sleep. Jack is there opening up the wall so they can establish these more aggressive lines of sight. As he will be holding that. He's opted for the AR though, the C7E in hand rather than the PDW. So looking for the punch power of that long-range rifle threat. They are looking at those angles in onto kitchen. Guillermo is sitting in server on the Lion. Has the EE1D. They have droned in there, so they may have scouted out the fact that it is going to be Raindrops holding that tight angle on the smoke. The defense now in bathroom as well. It's Kani and Goofed on the Bandit holding in bathroom. Goyo is sitting by Servant's entrance behind his deployable shield. They've got to pressure something here as there is a minute left in the round. It will be that play from above. It's going to be the sledge in the hands of Tracy Minaj looking to open up the floor. Spray coming out. It will be Raindrops dropped by sec. He for another. He's sprayed out on the Crixus. Damage is being done. Utility is being dumped into the bomb site so they can look to contest it. Will be the smokes going out as well. They're going for the smoke plant. They have to deny these lines of sight. Sequence does catch the head of Crixus as he sticks it out. E1D being used here. They have to fight. The county has been dropped. Goof finds the frag on the Gammo though. He will be dropped. Skyfire, take it out. They have got up one round in this OT. They've got to do it.
And that was a fantastic job. Sequence managed to push up into the site. He got those smokes off, managed to find the head of the Goyu, and on the whole, a great job. And one of the few times we've actually seen smokes properly deployed, and perhaps even a smoke plant gone for. I'm a bit disappointed that Tracy Minaj didn't pick up the glass again. But either way, the roles will switch. So Skyfire need one more round to win this map, win the series, and it will be Monarch holding on for dear life. And they seem to be bringing an interesting operator loadout as it is. There is the Lion, and we see Skits six picking away from that Ying to Zofia. So not the Ying, who's incredibly powerful as it is.
Gammo switches out to the Bandit, which is surprising. Usually he plays something a little bit more heavy, something he can offer that utility to his team, but it's going to be the Bandit holding the MP7 here, so probably going to look to Bandit up the wall in pink bar so they can hold that defensively. The Ella coming out in the hands of Tracy Minaj, looking to aggressively roam, and Jigsaw is back on the Kavira. The man does work on this operator, so if he can look to pull it off again, he could be the tool that allows Skyfire to clean this one out. Having Luison in hand is going to be a big tool if he can pull it off, get the interrogate, get the information. So it's going to be the play here as he is just weighing things out, trying to catch out the drones. He's going to wait for the end of the prep phase because at that stage he can just go and roam as freely as he wants to. But we are coming into the dying moments of the prep phase. Sam, we are at a crossroads. 7-6 in favour of Monarch. We could see the cheeky spawn peek from Tracy. He's sitting in pool room. Goes to swing to the right, but the operator was coming to the left. Doesn't quite find it. and it will be the security hold here for Jigsaw as he pushes in towards office. Going to be looking to try and play from below. If he can manage that and take some frags away from Monarch here, he could secure them the win.
Yep, we see the Capital of Carney. He's played him a but has really struggled to utilize that crossbow effectively. He's peeking out on Ruins Weather, looking for anyone peeking through the windows, but Skyfire, after their initial spawn peek attempt, are taking it a bit easier, a bit slower, not willing to risk it. We see Tracy Minaj, of course, as soon as I say they're not willing to risk it, we see Tracy Minaj prepping to do a run out up there. But either way, she is staying inside for the time being. Jigsaw, flanking up the main stairs, is not going to find anybody as of this moment. First, the E1D blast comes off from Crixus, and I'm surprised that Lion is being brought as much as he is. But, he is very, very, very useful in terms of rooting out those roaming defenders, mainly being Jigsaw at the moment. He's a bit of a nuisance. He's still playing around 90, looking to catch those unaware attackers. And it will be two of the Monarch attacking side by Aquarium now as that second E1D goes off. Repelling upside down, Carney gets taken out by Archie, but it will be Carney getting shot off onto Gummo as Raindrops also trades out onto Archie. So 4v3 now. Skyfire are a man down, and they've lost control of Aquarium as it is. This is big. This might be the opportunity for Monarch to push up and take control. Jigsaw, however, is on luggage, looking to catch any stray attackers. Peeks around, takes one out with the Louise on. That's goofed down a 3v3. Although she's made her presence known, she is still done her job. That final E1D blast coming out now. Jigsaw has rotated back out. Sequence is still playing by the billiards room. Spraying through will be Tracy Minaj for that pick and isn't able to find it and gets downed in return. That is another big shot there from Monarch. Sequence is pushed up by the half wall, however, looking to try and contest any attackers there. There's only 30 seconds left now. Monarch are going to have to push somehow. Swinging right will be the Jaeger or Sequence, but it will be Skits finding Jigsaw. Tracy Minaj is still down. Crixus goes for the plant, and it is another round. Raindrops getting that final kill onto Tracy Minaj.
And evening it back up will be Monarch. Raindrop going big in that round. It's such a crazy series of events tonight, Sam. We are in the second. It will be round 15 now as we are going to match point once again. The third round of overtime tied up. And it is going to be the kitchen hold now for Monarch. They are in a position where they can look to shut this out. They need to... Actually, no. Skyfire needs to shut this out. I want to go to bed. Let's be honest. As much as I love casting Rainbow Six Siege, I want to go to bed. It's 1:30 in the morning. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. And realistically, this doesn't change too many of the outcomes. But in saying that, we are going to be getting into it. Crixus is looking to six-pick out onto the Legion. It's going to be the lineup that has been run consistently for Skyfire here. The only difference is Tracy Minaj is now playing the Buck. So they've changed up what he has been playing a couple of times now. They've got to do it here. Skyfire have got to go big. They've got to retain their reputation as it will be kitchen service entrance for round number 15.
Yeah, look, let's be honest. It's really, I don't think anybody here wants to drag it out. I mean, I'm sure that's not Monarch's intention. They just want to win, as I'm sure all of us do when they play. But it's taking a while. You know, our first map, Consulate, went to 8-6. That's a very long time. You know, that's still a total of those 14 rounds, and now we're at 15 rounds, and this will be the decider. Whoever can win this, it will determine not much, but it will determine what sort of how long we're going to be up.
Yeah, I like my sleep, but we are getting into the action phase. It's going to be the Skyfire side on attack. As Skits, again, looking for some cheeky angles. Might be able to find something in the billiards room right now as that window is open up, looking to pressure. Oh, it's Carney opening things up onto Jigsaw. Jigsaw probably a little bit tired, considering that as soon as we got into the first lobby for Consulate, he said he had an hour to go until his bedtime, so he had to make it quick, and we are well and truly past that right now. As sprays coming out, drones are there looking into kitchen, figuring out where these defenders are. Tracy has also copped a bit of damage on the backside of it. health well and truly an advantage of a Monarch right now. They are looking to push this a little bit further if they can. So it is going to be the rotate down from Skits into main lobby. Carney is now pressuring into courtyard as the impact will open up that angle into the bar on the opposite side of the building. Tracy still looking for anything at this stage. 2 minutes left to go in the round. Skits is now in security sprays coming out. They know where he is. E1D has been used. Skits will go prone, waiting to try and see if he can bait out the push, and he will be fragged out. Tracy and Gammo finding kills. That is Carney and Skits now down. No Castle, no Jaeger. So Sequence is now in a position where they can look to threaten. X-Cars are being used to blow open some of these hard reinforced walls and the castle reinforcements as well. Bullet holes being opened up. E1D does go out. It will be goofed, holding a lobby. Raindrops is so low right now. Could be knocked down. Oh my lord, Tracy. They know someone's here. He hears the rip. He's got to either press aggressively or pull back. He gets fragged out by Goof. That's the head of Tracy gone. It's still a 3 versus 3. So it is anyone's game at this stage. There's a minute 15 left, and they've got control over this western side of the building. On the first floor, they have to pressure somewhere. Sequence hears the spray, sees the spray coming out. Pressures repositions aggressively in the kitchen. He hears the goo mines going out. He's in a position where he could push into kitchen and look to find some frags. Flash is going in. That's a teammate flash, unfortunately. So it does slow things down a little bit. Final minute of the round. Gammo now in blue, looking to reposition and support his team. Has the ability to. Oh, the goo mine lands, so they know where he is. Archie is in as well. The defuse is going out. E1D has been used, so they're going to get the defuse off here. They will then be able to reposition. Sees the head, looks for one. Gammo finds another kill on it. It's Goof right now. Double kill for Gammo. He's going big. Archie gets fragged out by Crixus. They know where he's coming through. Seek finds one. It's now in a 1v2. Gammo and Sequence could be able to take this out here. Gammo holding 90. Sequence will reposition towards skill vibes. They take out the cameras. It's going to be Crixus positioning to try and go for the defuse. Sequence is looking to go for that long rotate outside. Gammo holding in the courtyard. Goes for a run out. Crixus finds Sequence. It's down to a 1v1. If he goes for the defuse, Gammo might be able to take this. The drones are there. He's just got to play it smart. He's got to play it slow. Crixus has to commit to the defuse right now. He's faking it out. He's trying to get Gammo to reposition. He sees it. Gammo runs wide. He's run past it. Now Crixus has to commit. He pulls off once again. If he can do it, Gammo's done it! He's delayed things out. There's 1 second left, and it will be Skyfire taking it out. Gammo, easily the MVP of this final round.
Oh my gosh. I mean, what do we say? I mean, first of all, just well done to both teams to get it to that point. You know, when you look at the series and you see it's a 2-0 win to Skyfire, it really is not representative in any way, shape, or form of how these maps have played out. 8-6 on Consulate and now 8-7. Couldn't have come closer if we tried. Gammo making his AEC debut tonight, and just Crixus not able to clutch it out. And geez, I think this is what Rainbow Six is all about. Those tense moments, those adrenaline pumping, plays. It's what we come here for, and I think it's been displayed on a very high level by these two teams.
Yeah, not only that, but it is the CEO of Skyfire stepping up so massive and prove that he deserves to be in there with the thick of it with his players. And what a round as he does stall it out and secure that win for them. So very well played to them. In all honesty, Sam, though, it is rather telling. Yes, it was only, the 4 members of the core roster there, but they were contested quite heavily by Monarch, which means they have an incredibly interesting playoff stage. Yes, Skyfire are a good team, but there are so many other teams in this competition that have stepped up through the group stage and proved that they can contest some of the, not necessarily the best players in the region, but some of the better teams in this sort of skill bracket. So it'll be interesting to see how the playoff stage goes. Yeah, we'll chuck the groups up so you can see the standings in a second. And, I mean, looking at it, it's all pretty even. It's all pretty telltale who is making it through the round.
Now, I think it has to be us, though. Will we see either of these teams in the grand final? They've both got the potential to be there.
I mean, okay, so if you look at the teams that are now making it through to the main stage, you've got Vague, who is rather, sort of a bit of a black horse in this one. We haven't really seen an immense amount of effort committed by them. Yes, they played Insidious and took that out against them, but it was a 2-0. It wasn't like they were pushed to their limits in a series like that. We've still got Crusaders and Seventh Heaven to play in Group 3, which is going to be happening Wednesday of next week. that is a series which is going to be incredibly telling. Both teams have proved that they're very, very good. They've swept out the competition of Cartel and Rise in their groups as it is. They haven't played against each other yet, so really how that goes is going to be quite telling. Auglis currently sitting well and truly clear of everyone else in Group 2. 9, the next closest is Altered Edge. I believe they do also have another match to be played, although I can't remember correctly just off the top of my head. But there's any number of results that could be coming out going into the playoff stage. There's, it's anyone's game at this stage. Personally, I think Vague have the potential to take it the distance and make it all the way to the grand finals. They're the team that I'm backing at this stage because I've seen what they've brought out. It's been incredibly impressive, especially considering how much a lot of players dogged them going into this as well.
Yeah, so as it is, I think Skyfire, however, they've if they can get that final member of their usual roster back, I mean, poor Gamo, he's sort of caught a bit off guard having to scramble to play, but he held his own. But I think if Skyfire want to go the whole way, they're going to have to get their final member back.
I don't know. Like he went the distance. He got a double kill.
Yeah.
Right around. So I think he might have a bit of a future in competitive Rainbow Six esports. But in saying that, we've got one more day of play left in this competition. It's going to be Vague versus Fatality on Wednesday, and then Crusaders Esports versus Seventh Heaven. So that's going to be incredibly telling. After that, we also have the playoff stage draw. So it will determine which teams will be facing which in the bracket to determine, how things go. And obviously, we've got the playoff stage to come as well. And we've got some big things coming for that. We've got some guest casters potentially coming in to join us for the main run of that. So definitely make sure you check it out. But otherwise, that is us done and dusted for the night. Finally, despite it being 2-0 series, Sam, it is definitely a late one as a result.
Yeah, and on that note, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having us. Keep safe over these troubling times. It has been myself, SamTom, the real SamTom, and BluePanda Casts.
Yeah, and make sure you chuck a follow towards AEC, Rainbow Six Minor League, especially on Twitter. You follow our socials down below. Thank you to our sponsors as well, Aftershock and Tournament, who have been making all of this possible. Big shout out to Nuttery, Covert, and Snook behind the scenes, making all the action happen on screen. Yes, unfortunately, we do have to deal with the internet at the moment because there are so many people at home using it. It can be a bit of a struggle. We'll do what we can to try and make sure it's as picture perfect as possible for playing stage, but unfortunately, we cannot guarantee anything. But thank you very much for sticking with us tonight. Congratulations to our two teams that won, Mentos and the Skyfire. Well done, lads. And we look forward to seeing both Monarch and Skyfire going into playoff stage. But thank you very much. Good night. We'll see you on Wednesday.